What's up, people lovers? It is time for ECL East Asia 4v4 finals. Secret against Suomi. And we will have an interesting team. Thanks so much, Tommy. A mix of Secret. I'm pretty sure they will switch around players. They will start off with Slam as their first one, in addition to DauT, Viper, and TaToH. Suomi in their pretty standard 4-team lineup, and we are jumping into game number 1 here, and we'll take a look into Saltmarsh. We have Zuppi playing the Koreans. Max is the Hunt flank, and quite an unfortunate goal spot here. Could make an argument to call that here, call that bugged or whatever, but technically it is not bugged because you can access it quite okay-ish. And honestly, like, if you build a gate here, your villagers couldn't be safer, right? Let's see. So, then we have Rubenstock, Berber Pocket, and Villese Malay flank. On the other side, we have DauT as a Burmese flank, Korean Pocket for TaToH. Could see some tower rushing there. Vipers playing the Vikings again, and Slam on land against TheMax. Quite interesting to see the Suomi without Vikings. Remember that also we have Causeway of one of the upcoming maps. So the basically team islands with passing. So I'm expecting that they will probably save Vikings for that, which will be interesting. If you want to see Jordan, I think you have a good shot today. Let's see. Oh, another not so fortunate map generation here for the Finns. At least didn't even find this ball yet. And is that blocked to the edge of the map? Yeah. So that will take some time. DauT just instantly ran there. It is, yeah, we'll just block this off. So only one boar. Is he missing 2 sheep as well? Kind of weird. This will be a rough start for Villese. Ah, there they are. On the other island, kind of. So many bears for Franks. Yeah. So many wolves as well, if you want to wall. Why does the Viper have no clan tag? He has it, but the Viper itself is so long that Woobly cannot display the whole thing. It would end like here, but it initially cuts it off here, and that's why it just gets rid of the clan tag instead of the real name. So he is in Team Secret, and if Woobly just programmed it a tiny bit different. Look at that. DauT, for example, Team Secret DauT is kind of the same length if you look at it. DauT and Viper. And you can see it already ends here with Burmese. So if we had it longer, it would even overlap in there. But, well. Viper lost against Boar. Ay, ay, ay. Or maybe against Wolf. Might have been against Wolf. Might have been against... Oh, we don't have a kill. But we have Loom. Interesting. It's probably just counting the characters in the name. Unlikely, right? The Viper only has 8 characters, and if I look at Rubenstock, we're looking at 10. I think it's the length of it. But well, Rubenstock doesn't have a clan tag. 10, okay. Maybe it's just 8 characters. Maybe it's 8 plus 7? So maybe the limit is at 14 instead of 15? I don't know. Well, but I know that a Drush is coming in here, and Villese didn't finish the spots. 21 HP on the barracks, and that will just going down to 12 HP. Can the scout block this off? DauT is trying his very best. For now, did get one more hit off. Now blocking it the wrong side. This could have been a better move. But, okay. DauT now going for the man-at-arm aggression, so that's not a normal Drush. And can do that quite quickly. Burmese with +1 attack as well. Pretty deadly. I think this is a spot where you could even make an argument to pull some villagers, even if you didn't plan it. Secret has 8 ladders. Oh yeah, then 16. So the cut might be at 15. So that will be that one dead villager, one dead scout, and DauT off to a great start. Start pulling villagers? Not yet. Meanwhile, we have TaToH playing a fast castle or sling. Same for Viper. What do we have here? Scouts against TheMax, who is playing scouts himself. Fast castle for Zuppi. Rubenstock is going for fast castle as well. Do we see him on stone? Doesn't look like it. And Villese, he's just trying to survive at the moment. But, well, DauT has different plans. Only now clicks the man-at-arm upgrade. Thought he'd already have man-at-arms by this point. Oh, Villese, interesting. Building those walls, getting the archer ranges up at the front. Can we see the quick walls? TaToH is there trying to block this off as well. Villese, he is clicking those, is attacking, and DauT will lose his scout? No, he won't. 3 man-at-arms, 80 HP here. DauT being annoying, and stays annoying, 180 HP. TaToH tries to find another loophole, shouldn't really get one. 400 HP here, and maybe you just need to finally build the stone walls, but no. And that house, not sure if that makes me too happy, because then you have the same problem again. An archer range super far away, even ungarrisons at the other side. So he will be forced to continue doing this in a spot where I feel sending one archer defensively would have been better. Nothing else happening on this map because everyone is walled, so don't get overexcited. The 2 best performing things on this map are DauT with 2 kills and whatever killed the villager of Viper with 1 kill. Probably a wolf or a boar. Most likely a boar. Archer's now moving out. And so, that idle's basically 2 villagers. One repairing, one gathering the wood. So just sending 1 villager back, and well, those archers, 4 or 3, they're doing pretty much the same against walls. Viper bottom score, bench Viper. Makes sense. Well, was far from TC and it killed the Will. Okay. Feels Viper, man. Trying to get some walls off. Second row houses pulls a lot of villagers here. I think that's not the best house. Always be in range. Oh, but he just gets some skirms out without fletching. 90 HP here. Okay, but he will be fine. Skirms, scaring that away. And finding the archer in the back. Clearing that up. We didn't have any entrance here, and this will be a very boom intense game. I think by 1831, one except DauT and Villese will be up. I've lost all those. Where's John? Since when is Slam playing for Secret? Well, in this game for 70 minutes and 19 seconds. And in general, they joined the team together. So it's all 5 of them in the team since day 1. Why Vikings on this map? Well, you're apparently just coming fresh from work. To see longboats. On all this area, we can go with longboats, and they're incredibly good against land units. And Vikings kind of decide the outcome of this game. That's why it's so surprising that we didn't see Vikings earlier on, or not from Suomi in this game. Not a single sling as of yet. And this on Age of Sling Pyres. Well, it happens. If you're just super safe. Sling wouldn't do much. Not like Slam would be super safe. He's adding 2 TCs now. Has 2 of his stables working. Was housed for a bit. Trying to do something here. And oh, there's actually some losses for the Viper. You won't have too many safe spots. Only those real water options. What can Suomi do against longboats in your opinion? Well, attack on land a bit earlier, right? If Villese is getting a castle up here, if he has a castle up here, he will be super safe and Viper can't do anything. On the other side, TheMax, if he just pushes on land, longboat won't do too much either. So, just like defensive castles and decisive land pushes. Diverse Civ picks in this match. Well, that's the beauty of the map pool settings of ECL, right? DauT going for some skirmishes, now up to Castle Age. And oh, did I just see a sling? TaToH slinged Slam. Okay, that was only a question of time. Do we have a sling from Zuppi yet? Zuppi just started slinging the max, I believe. Let's take a look on the update score here. TaToH is slinging Slam and Zuppi slinging the max. We are on point, didn't miss anything. And yeah, that means more knights on the map than we would naturally see. If it wasn't for the sling, the max only now going for the +1 defense, and it feels like Slam might even be able to take a fight here. Right, has +2 defense, has a solid number of knights. No, but Rubenstock now adding in some camels. Now it gets tougher. Huh. DauT at only 38 villagers. Somewhat behind against Villese, who defended this quite nicely behind this. DauT invested a lot into his walls. Part of his team strategy. Obviously everyone's super scared nowadays of Sling. Why did they pick Koreans initially? Well, you need to pick them eventually, right? It's a best of 5. And you need to pick 2 civilizations out of the TIF pool. And they are worse on other maps. Here they could contribute on water. Could go for some crossmen at the flank. And, well, you can also wall safely. For example, on Castway, you're kind of forced to build army yourself. And then Koreans aren't shining that much anymore. TaToH is actually open here. And that's not wallable for him. So those crossmen eventually will get in. Not the end of the world. Could only get in here. But the most important thing is still this attack here in the center. 3 players of Suomi still staying active. Remember that Suomi beat Team Secret in the last 3 stage. And I'd say Slam and Rubenstock, quite even additions. Rubenstock obviously way less accomplished, but still fits into the team so naturally and smoothly that I feel that's still totally fine. It was 2v2. Well, last 3v3 as well. The 2v2 comparison is a bit wider. I've never seen Slam do though. Yeah, that's true. Okay, now the big engagement. Now we see why longboats are so good, because they can join the party and they can take those camels out like nothing and also do quite some damage against all those knights, for example. And Slam is clearing this up, is now clicking up to Imp as well. TheMax is doing the same for his team. Rubenstock going to Imp, and well, that means most of the action will be left-hand side. Slam, he is adding more stables. That means a Halberdier ram push could be pretty deadly against him. And look at that, TheMax with an outpost and yeah, a lot of vision. Slam only now spotted this thing and, well, needs a lot of stone for sure. Did just get everything from TaToH and is now building the defensive castle. Makes a lot of sense to me. When did Slam join Secret? With all of them. All 5 of them joined Secret at the same time. Maybe harps from DauT to beat camels? Well, you cannot really build harps to the other side, right? Viper, he won't help too much here. And yeah, kind of saw that coming for quite some time now. Oh no, that's wrong, right? We have seen that coming for quite some time now. Box formation was pretty, Slam, I think he should be fine. Just a lot of army. What is Rubenstock going for? Mass camels, that could be a nice addition here as well. Not really sure what DauT's plan is. Wasn't there a Drake song? DauT's plan? I think so. I'm pretty sure. You know, the big go here, but beautiful stone walls. And oh, it's just important that the villager isn't opening this one. Max goes for halberdiers. I think the ram upgrade is just one of the most important ones. Mass longboats. And you can see they're castling up everywhere. But lead cannon guns could do something. Rubenstock even going for water. Important thing is also that Villese just spams harbors everywhere. Just think about it, like harbors here, you're controlling so much of the map. Nice defense by Slam, he's holding this off. Goes for throwing X-Men to defend, and the max push kind of stopped. Guys, so many annoying questions here. Simply look at our E-Zone or ECL website for general info. That's true. Paladin tech, not for Slam. So we won't see from the max. Oh, beautiful! Deleted the farm, and honestly, is he the best quick waller? He's surely the best quick waller of AOC. We haven't seen too many like gate masterpieces from him, and exactly then he's building one. But oh god, he's just so good. Now pushing into the castles and X-Men. Questionable choice here from the max. He also has some traps behind, so that's a good idea in general. Cavaliers, soon to be paladins, just casually passing all those camels. Some more walls here. Meanwhile, do we have any engagement at that side? No, DauT just going up to him. Villese is now attacking some stuff as well. Castle where we wanted to see it. And, well, some problems here. X-Men numbers weren't high enough. And the upgrades not really there. No upgrades on the castle. No upgrades on those 3 X-Men, only +1. Defense upgrade non-existent, but the attack upgrades would have been so important. 15 X-Men there with +4 and maybe some fletching on those 2 castles. Would have just read through that. But well, he's holding it for now. Oh, now the villagers are getting this one out. And Viper is open meanwhile. Yeah, that's an ugly one. And this will be some dead villagers needs to ask for help. And this kind of reminds me of game number 8, SY against Tyrant. Clanmaster's final showdown, where we had Acropolis and Slam slung on to Paladins and playing there, and always needed to help because some Paladins ran through. Well, this is so tricky. He's sending some, but he always needs to spread out so well, and well, populations. It's kind of tough to say. Trying to not miss anything at the other side. DauT, I have no idea what his plan is with Villese against melee. Kind of feels unfortunate. He switches into elephants, but that means he needs a lot of farmers. I'm not sure if he has those numbers. He has 44 farmers. Doesn't make me too happy. Okay, camels around, and that's a nice off-guard pick here. Maybe Halberdier switch for Slam could have been an option as well. So now he tried to stay on X-Men behind there. More Cavaliers raiding, and well, that's the problem. Slam didn't really split this off. You just like individually click on a single Cavalier every single time. And this is the big push here. Can Slam hold this off? Still have elite longboats intercepting, and you can see that's why they were built. Those Cavaliers won't join the front. Now to accuracy as well. That means harbor attack. I really want to see them spam them around, as you heard me say earlier. And them being built. Absolutely not GG yet. Yeah, I agree with that. It's far away from GG. So full water control. DauT has a lot of options. Now has the defense upgrade here, and Viper's controlling water quite nicely. We have both Korean players go for the heavy sling though, if you didn't realize. Oh yeah, that's why we see so many paladins. But Slam, he's going down to pop 70. His castles didn't really stand the test of time. Not like Age of Empires itself. No paladins from the max. He just stays on Halberdier and Trap. So good how he can switch up those things, and well, Rubenstock. Lots of water control for him. Or at least holding the water. Trade isn't really set up by the Finnish team though. But Secret isn't looking too strong on that side either. Slam now taking into Pikeman, goes for double castle as well. And they're trying to make something happen. TaToH, the first one to start proper trade, as he is supposed to do, being the slinger here in Castle Age. Could make an argument to go for Imp, just to reduce sling cost from 40% to 20%. Are the docks from Villese? Well, there are no docks from Villese anymore. Those are harbors now. And yeah, he did those to block Viper off from coming in, and also to do some damage here. So lovely stuff. We need to see... Okay, Nablus at least do still 2 damage. Monks now pretty strong from melee. Maybe adds in some hussars, maybe some rams. Or just maybe mass up quite nicely. Meanwhile, Viper is going for Galleon. Switched away from elite longboats. Not too sure what I think about that. We'll ask him for his reasonings. Maybe they were lacking so much gold, and look at his eco getting raided over and over again. That's just sloppy play. That Viper, well, not really taking care of that too well. It's down to 90 village or 100 villagers. Lots of them idle over here. Should take better fights though. In the very long run. Heavy demo. Just vanishing. The X-Men Halberdier should easily win against Halberdier only in some traps. Castle's under some danger still. Only +1 attack on those Halberdiers and X-Men from Slam. He's very known to forget important upgrades in very important games. Let's pray that this is not happening again. TaToH picking up to him now after reaching pop limit. I think he overboomed with villagers. I want to see like 30-40 villagers deleted so that he can get onto more trade cards. Just to set himself up for the very long run. The Max now taking onto Paladins. Actually, this is the time where he should make yet another tech switch and just add some CAs. And oh, look at those archery ranges. Don't tell me he's already thinking about it. Yes, he is another archery range as well. And those CAs will be extremely good against patrolling X-Men and Halberdiers again. So counter into the counter into the counter. Some towers around for Zuppi, who's now taking up to Imp as well. Lovely play. Both very much on par, Zuppi and TaToH, with their choices. Whew, pretty intense game. Number 1 here in this best of 5 series. Rubenstock, that was a better fight for him, but now Viper is repositioning, and you see, harbors around, and then it's really tricky to engage. well, the least mass halberdiers doing a great job. We need to have something added there, otherwise the battle defense alone won't be really cost efficient. Maybe TaToH could add some like 5 arbalests or something behind there. That alone would help out so much. Meanwhile, Slam in a lot of troubles though. Rubenstock going for another raid. It's interesting that he's going for full water, has 60 military against 70 military against the Viper. Moves a bit faster, and oh, Viper sneaked some galleons through here. And look at that! They must have passed that tower defense quite nicely. Interesting. Another tower here. Yeah, that will get cleared up. No worries. TaToH blocking this off. Incredible moves. Now adding a lot of skirmishes. Not per se, best unit ever though. TaToH attacks onto SO to maybe help out some here. Let's take a look. They had some towers as well. Love to see some SO. Would be really efficient against, yeah, everything fighting in very tight, choky areas. Viper, that would be a good engagement for him if he wanted to take it. Rubenstock trying to run away though. One galleon just dying now as well. And DauT is going for the push against Villese. Did buy himself enough time apparently. Oh god, it feels like DauT is pushing at the bottom, Slam is pushing at the top. Slam is dying at the top. 54 villages for him, 40 military. TheMax at pop point in 70. The other 3 secret players. Pop limit. TaToH going for more upgrades for his towers. Wants to spam them all around the map. Maybe make one big go into the trade. It's an option, but oh, look at that. Mwah, what a lovely love story. Those two dogs hugging each other to make the wall off for the trade. DauT push continues. It's a good counter to that composition. Maybe just camels. Yeah, just camels could easily kill this. And Rubenstock. Guess who has cheaper camels? Zuppi now going for galleons as well. Now is TaToH attacking too. He stays at 6 military. He's not really planning to do too much on water. That's only SO. But we're only one screen away from losing the trade. Turtles would be incredibly good on water here, but they are quite costly. And it's tough to maneuver with them. But yeah, they are the best water unit against land units as well. But it's tough to get to them. And at the moment, it's not like water would do too much against any important land aggression, right? Over here it's helping a bit. Oh. Someone what's here? Do we have a chance to get something rolling? No, not really. Everything blocked off. Oh no, that's actually open. One screen away, as I said earlier. Slam, pop 110. Every other player 170 or higher. Release not the strongest army per se. Viper staying active on water. Trade card numbers not crazy for DauT or Slam. Only at 12. And all this forward base of the max. Such a nice production. Goes for more siege. Another castle, another stable. TaToH now with the defense though. Towers and SO. What does the Han have against that? Slash Ram Paladin would be good, but that's not really going to work against Halberdiers. So at the moment, feels like maybe they can hold this off. maybe I should say that I'm expecting the series to go very long, and YouTube video will be very long as well. Either way. So even if it goes 3-0, I think I will make it 3.5 or 4 hours, only because I expect the series to go very long. YouTube, sorry guys. But well, we're surely in for a treat. DauT now going on to champion tech. Cavaliers for Rubenstock tagged finally. SO tag for Zuppi at the top as well, adding some siege box up himself. And well, if they just cut all this, then Paladins would suddenly become incredibly strong again. TaToH helping out at that side. At the moment, the only worrisome child is Mr. Slam. How many TCs does he have? 3 producing out of them. Market count. 3 producing out of 2. Stable count. Okay, spread around everywhere. Makes a lot of sense. Barracks. Production's okay as well. Castle. Okay. Some traps out of them. Still relying on a bit more sling. Bombard tower defense now here from our melee player. What is Zuppi doing with only 12 military? Slinging. Same as TaToH with only 40 military. Some SO did build some galleons. Wasn't too important. That's actually a mistake now by Viper that he isn't deleting those. Blocking quite some population for him. I want to see an SO sneaked around and to cut all this, and then maybe a ram go. Slam. He somehow needs to make the defense happen here, otherwise they will lose the trade and therefore most likely lose the game. DauT is doing the very best of trying to fight against 3 players. Look at that. Villese, Rubenstock, and a bit of Zuppi is around here. TaToH is helping him out as well. Cannon Galleon, quite a late upgrade honestly. For a guy who's going only water this whole game long. Lead cannon guns could have been out, just trying to snipe some. Just trying here, whittle this down, move in here. Could be a sick move, but yeah. Obviously easier said than done. He has been fighting against Rubenstock and water quite heavily as well. Castle at the top goes down. Nice defense here by Slam. He's holding on and he's increasing in population as well, guys. 130 for him. There's no shot. TaToH's making something happen and he's just ground attacking here as well and moving it out. No, okay. Slam. Going for the fast production out of his stables. How does he dodge that one so nicely? Big water fight that we missed. Harbor staying active and stable speak at it now. What an intense game. Trade now looks solid for both teams. Take a look if we see some big SO shots. Slam, he's holding this off. Pop 170 for him suddenly. One last Viper string before he quits Age of Empires. I feel like Zuppi should stop the sling and contribute to military numbers. What should he build? He's building SO, and that's the best he can do. Did I just see? I saw something better. Elite turtle ships. Okay, let's take a look at the damage. Oh boy, Viper doesn't want to fight this. You can out micro them. I'm surprised how few rams we're seeing on border though. That would be really good. I think turtles... I think with this lag they don't work. If you can micro them... Oh, solid shot here. It shouldn't really work. Because you need to control in, and if the enemy stutter step micros. Shouldn't really go too well for you. DauT being pushed back here. Tyro 22, thanks for your prime support. SO short. Up. Coming from DauT. More SO around. For the very trashy army. 30 trade, maybe he needs to go higher in that regard. 7 military, and he's now going for fast fire ships. Okay, interesting. Cannon guns around somewhere? No, not really. Siege rams now as well. Turtle ship, well, that's a fight. Turtle ship can't win. More harbors. They should be spammed everywhere. And even, yeah, even more here. Just so cheap. Oh, big SO shot! Can we get another one? Not really. Castle's getting attacked again. Slam not even having all HP upgrades here. It's so important. Architecture is still missing for his castles. Surviving some more shots now. Goes for the repair again. Tries to focus down the SO in the back. Some of the craziest numbers here. Bomber cannon support by Zuppi now as well. This seems to be cleared up, and what an intense and beautiful game number one here. I want to call it the series of the year. Only after game, mid game one. Elimination now for DauT. Wants to go for some conversions against those bombard cannons, but is getting pushed back. 150. Slam actually being heavily housed. Get all this production. Caps continue to be here. Some house walls for Slam will kill those rams. No cannons in the back, no one else helping at the moment. Viper just continues to make something happen. Water and, well, Rubenstock just with the help of harbors holding against the Viper on water here. Quite a great job by him. Light Cav now moving in. Okay, makes sense against the Rams. Otherwise they will obviously die. Oh god, Casper only now. Allowing Castle to produce a bit faster for the whole team. Quite important for elite karambits, traps, from everyone. We don't have camel arch production actually. That's not too important. That's a lot of bombard cannons as well. And Slam, that's an optimistic castle. Into 6-7 bombard cannons here. That one will maybe go up and instantly fall. Or maybe even die before it goes up. Let's take a look. 1k HP. Masonry. Ah, only now masonry. So he had hoardings. And still lacking architecture. Monks down the back. Zuppi even adding some Korean monks. What a weird thing to see here. Well, this looks like a better fight for him. Elite cannon guns at the sides can then maybe break it. He got rid of most of the harbors, so that's pretty good for him. Now siege rams in the front. Viper's doing everything right in this fight. I will give you an update on that if we are getting closer to the trade. Maybe the harbors of Rubenstock. For now we're trying to take a look at this one because this is now again this crucial one screen away from the trade. Meanwhile, DauT is getting pushed back against the leads. Rubenstock is helping some on water there. And fast fire ships now added by TaToH. sure if that's the most important thing. Can focus on. DauT, pop 145, not getting too much stuff done. How is wood looking for him? In general, how is wood looking in general? I think, yeah, okay. For the Finns, it's good for sure, because they still push down that area. We just saw a big cycle coming in here, and this might be the push for the trade. Viper's trying to go for it. It's who can push faster. And it seems like the SO shot could be pretty good against the bombard cannons in the back here. TaToH, can he get some connections? Not the greatest one. Another shot. Bombard cannons going down, all three of them. That's quite important. Buying Slam so much more time. The castle is up here and continues to defend that area quite nicely. More harbors should be focused down, but look at that. At least he's just spamming harbors, and he knows you shall not pass this area as long as I have my harbors up here. What a beautiful thing. DauT, he's not looking too great at the moment on land. Tarsus, thank you so much for your support. What can he do? Trying to run away, not having a lot of wood control.
Nilly, oh boy.
Goes for lead skirmishes, but as we all know, when they have +1 defense upgrade. Viper, 86 military now. Rubenstock coming in from behind. Turtle ships fighting this front area. Villese, they need to hold this. Look at the spam of harbors. This is beautiful. More keeps as well. SO could get some solid shots off in this area. The push at the top. This is such an intense game. I have no idea who will win this one. TheMax in... now punching distance. SO are there, Paladins of Slam. Now moving in, the castle went down, pop 140 for both of them. The Finns all at pop 200. This is the move they were fighting for the last 40 minutes. Getting into the treasure. Rubenstock around and all those CA. What's the update on water? Viper cannot advance fast enough. They needed some rams. Just think about 5 rams would be so good here. But it's tricky to get onto them. Slam. Now needs to go and defend with his paladins. Was a bit late. His first markets are going down. Ram pushes coming in. No real answer to those rams in the back. And the Finns, they continue pushing in. Still some idle army. I think they need to go over there. TaToH's trying to defend this. Slam did clear it up. Some time to breathe again. An update on this front as OR helping out. Bombard cannons are helping out. Cannon guns for the push. Siege rams are moving in. But Viper needs to hold that area as well. SO could be so good against that tight, clumped up area. Just look at that. But tricky to micro that. Cannon guns in the back. Viper, he's going for the beautiful push. We could maybe even see a dock here and build some, but that's so far away. Slamming some big problems. He's at pop 100. DauT is at pop 110 as well. Look at that. We are seeing some try to make DauT not die. Some attempt. And Viper's getting pushed back by the fast fire ships. And at the top from Rubenstock, Viper couldn't hold the wood line here. He only had 30 more villagers and they are probably out of wood. We will check that after the game. The push now goes in here. Slam, I think he cannot hold this off. Finland is winning game number 1 in a beautiful game here on Saltmarsh. What an amazing game number 1 to start off this best of 5 series. The trade is going down. All the markets are going down for sure. Turtle ships around. And this is the spot where we will see harbors added now as well. G to the G. Oh boy, was it nice to be here. Stream ended. Whew. This might have been one of the best games I've seen in quite some time. Surely the best game I've seen this year. What a lovely game. So much going on. Slam against Max was so intense all game long. Viper against Rubenstock, I. Then we had always the thing like, is Villese dying? No, he is holding. Is DauT dying? No, never. And then push back Villese very deep here. But somehow with the bomber towers, he could make it happen. And I just felt like, let me check. Yeah. Secret ran out of wood. They still had some over here, but that got raided. And they just lost so much of the crucial wood lines of Slam, which really cost them in the end. Let's take a look. Did the Finns have any wood left in the end here? No, not really. So it all came down to being cost efficient. Some over here, some over there. And yeah, DauT pushed there. So that was nice for them. Whew. Stats in the end. TheMax, most killed, most raised. Slam, most lost, or biggest losses. I think some more X-Men were needed there. And some more attack upgrades. Maybe fletching. I think a second barracks, a second blacksmith would have been so nice to get the upgrades. Trade profit. DauT a bit underwhelming. Slam a bit late as well. Rubenstock surprisingly low as well. TaToH even up to 200 villages at one point. Lovely game. Lovely game number 1. And next map will be Causeway. And now, on Causeway, they will even have Vikings. No Winland national anthem, Rogan, you know that. I put just 30 villagers in the end, yeah, but remember trade cards are there as well, like added to that, and you don't need any farmers. So like 50, actually like this is the spot where 50, 60 is the ideal number. 60 wood choppers, nothing else. 50 trade cards. Yeah, roughly. Whew. Time to breathe a bit. Causeway will be after this. Lots more of water fighting coming your way pretty soon. I can answer some questions if you have any. Do you think Slam should have gone straight for Axes instead of Paladins? Was this the same for these Camel Tivs? Well, the Camel Tiv wasn't important. The most important thing was against the Max, right? The problem for Slam was that he didn't have an outpost. Did you see? The Max had an outpost. He knew that he could build a forward base and play or make the push there. Slam had zero vision there and just then was forced into quickly building castles without the preparation and no intel of the push. Yeah, I think that like a bit of map vision there would have been so much better. Max is so good. Why is he not in NAC? He said format wasn't really his. Like, you're constantly filmed, need to give interview all the times, and I think that's not really where he shines too much. Game number 2 will start any second. They aren't anti-social. Don't spread misinformation, please. Why would you say they aren't social people? Nice need the sauna, which is tough to get in his apartment. Probably. Okay, let's jump into game number 2. We will have a slow start. And we will take a look at the civilizations. As expected, Vikings, Italians, and Japanese. Oh no, yeah. And Portuguese. So that was quite obvious. On the other side, we have Malay for the Viper. So they switched their strategy. Last Causeway, they played with Byzantines instead of Malay. Huh. And now we have someone very special in here. In the purple trunks, it is Jordan. Instead of Slam. Otherwise, teams unchanged, kind of expected. And Slam actually played a pretty strong Portuguese on the first Team Island game that we casted today. So, quite a surprise that they changed him here. Maybe he had to leave? Wasn't the worst time. Sling it to Malay, better because of fast advancing. I think that's an option. No, I think Byzantines are still better. Jordan bottom score. Aye. John is playing the finals as training for NSC2. Yeah. As you know, NSC2 is way higher on the priority list. Everyone. Except TheMax. Then ECL. That's why AM lost the semifinals as well. Because they didn't want to spend another day not training for NSC. Yeah, ping could be a bit lower, but Slam very rarely lags. Or isn't adding a bad ping. His connection is pretty good.
Geordie less than 3.
Anti-90. Oh, Larix. That's good Slabonin. Freddy, cheers. Viper with the aggressive dog. We have DauT, Jordan with the defensive dogs. Same for TaToH. We see TheMax with an aggressive dog. And... Reno here. Rubenstock. And... Zuppi with a defensive dog as well. Villese with an aggressive one. Does Jordan still know how to play this game? Well, we can see. We'll see about that. How much this round? Much is it straight water or land water mix? Land water mix, because you can pass so much here. So basically only water means you're dying on land. Only land means you're losing water and then dying on land. So you need to do both. And this one will be a tricky one to wall. Maybe need to wall behind it even. Wolf there, a lot of deer. Yeah, a lot of people trying to sneak, trying to do some damage, giving themselves some advantages for later water play. Dog number 2 from Jordan. I think it should have been further away. Rubenstock should instantly add a second dog as well because he was so late there. As you can see, only one fishing ship for him now. And we had the first... Oh no, Rubenstock just one loss. Villese and Rubenstock. What is that trade bug? Is it an idle fishing ship? Not sure. Yeah, Viper and Jordan, they were pretty much on the same level at one point. Viper was performing better against... Like, Jordan at one point was the best player against Viper in the world. But against everyone else, like if we had a tournament... Oh, actually, wait. There was a tournament that Zero Empires hosted, right? What was it called? I don't remember. Where the Viper actually lost to Jordan as well. 3-2 or something. And Jordan won every single series. It was like top 6 players, Rio, T, Jordan, MBL or something. And Jordan won all 5 series. and still got second. Because it was who got more map wins won. And Jordan only won 3-2 against Viper, but 3-2 against Rio and such. And Viper just 4-1 Rio and 5-0'd back T or something. Yeah. Extreme Master League or something? I can't remember. It's pretty sick. I think it was 2010-ish? 2011-ish? I should really know. KOT Champions of Tournaments? How was it called? Top Expert League. Ah, yeah, I think something like that. You had a quite big prize pool, right? 14k or something? That wasn't Zax? Okay. Okay. Well, I could be wrong, obviously. Okay, what did we miss, guys? We see that the Viper is playing quite aggressively here with melee. Did sneak some, but only some spearmen for now, so not very aggressive. Oh, yeah, won't do the greatest amount of damage, and also everything is walled off already. Teams became pretty good with that for sure, and at least the good ones. Clash of the Titans. Ah, yeah. Well, but yeah, the goal of the story I wanted to was that John was really good at his peak. Considered to be top 3. Riot, Jordan, Viper, maybe with your top 4. But those are the old days. What else are we seeing? Jordan is already up to Castle Age. That will be full fish boom here. We can see Zuppi clicking up any second as well. How dare you to not mention DauT? Trust me, at that point DauT wasn't top 4. Like not even, like he didn't make it to WSVG, and yeah. No, it was before MBL days as well. Yeah, pretty likely. Okay, some demo defense now by... Oh, the transporter by Jordan. That's a misclick, right? Yeah, now goes for Fire Gully. Everyone needs to be safe on land. TaToH lost quite a lot there. I'm not sure what he is up to. Is that a late raid through the center? He is on scouts. Okay. Stable is at home. He did build a gate through the center. Couldn't really find an opening though. So good job by the Finns. Even... Oh, that's the center water. So walled behind there as well. Didn't really want to get landed. Viper stays kind of active with his villagers. As we said earlier, couldn't really find an opening. TaToH up to Castle Age, so is DauT, Rubenstock and Zuppi. John trying to be safe, but TheMax is getting a lot of stuff done here. Did Jordan build water a bit too late? Feels a bit like it. Has 3 dogs out now. And is being pushed back. This looks good for the Finns. At the moment, pushing over here. Right hand side, Villese is getting in deep as well. Seems like DauT has a bit more time though to defend, but well, he might get attacked from the other side. Jordan trying to repair here. Do we see some demo hits? Repairing now the villager, a bit idle, and then we repair the other one. I think he's holding this off. TheMax, well, he's 40% up to Castle Age though. So soon that will be quite a scary force. In the back, Rubenstock with solid fishing. And he's going for knights. Out of one stable though, and adds TCs, so that will be a boom from him. DauT got an upgrade on all his ships now as well. At least needs to retreat there. I'd say more map control at the moment for the Finns, but well, the Viper is on the island with elephants, a siege workshop, and I said it before, it was there, and a monastery. So that will be some ugly aggression, and cannot click the palisade behind. Look at that. He cannot move the villager around because there's a palisade behind the monastery. Okay, so that's held off for now. DauT winning the water, Jordan holding this off, and well, that could be a deadly demo here. Let's take a look. Okay, goes for the split. Jordan, that's a fight you would win. Okay, good start into it. Whew. There was a lot of HP lost. Also 3 demos invested, right? TaToH, he is adding 2 extra TCs. No water from him yet because he's also going for the siege workshop and monastery. So a lot of aggression there. Meanwhile, Viper wasn't really walled on land and ate quite some losses. 1 defensive TC for him. He's on gold at the side. What do you think of Italians with Japanese as slinger? Well, Japanese is slightly better, but not really. But I think both won't sling for now. Right? At least TheMax won't sling. Villese won't sling. TaToH could sling. DauT won't sling. So we're actually only speaking of one person. Zuppi now adding longboats, and those are pretty good against fire ships as well. This will now get tricky for DauT, who's already up to him though. 41 villagers here. Did we maybe miss a sling, guys? And no, not a single sling. So it's just DauT things. 40 villagers, enough for him to go imp. And well, that means his numbers can't be really high. 16 fishing ships behind that though. Did he add TCs? Yes, he did. He is getting pushed quite heavily here. Meanwhile, that aggression continues. At least with some problems on water. On land. Zuppi, not really here with the greatest defense. Lots of Monka as to defend. Sanctity now, no redemption. And, well, the push against DauT continues. Jordan now switches on to war galleys. Or why is he getting fletching? He has 3 TCs as well. We have some land attack here. But that's all stopped. TaToH reacted in time. What is his aggression doing? Now needs to get some of the conversions. Looks good though. Oh no! Did he? Okay, he got 1 conversion. That was really buggy. Zuppi up to him. And that's 57 villages at least, with 17 fishing ships behind. And he already has quite solid numbers that he can upgrade pretty well. How good do you think if Riot and John committed to AOT they'd be today? Riot top, like, yeah, both top 10 for sure. I'd say Riot probably top 5. He was really sick as well. And still is, like, Riot is way better than Jordan at the moment, I believe. Why did DauT up so quickly? Well, Italians can up quickly, right? And he had a lot of fishing ships working for himself. So he felt he could do it. TaToH now super open here. Could get raided, and that's, well, could get raided means sometimes you will get raided. Not an instant reaction here. We'll lose some villages for sure. Will he lose that one? Doesn't look like it. Okay, saved all of them. Oh, lots of low HP villages, well, that we can't see anymore now. Rubenstock with a nice defense here. The tower as well by the max. Well, they can pretty calmly defend this. War galley upgrade wasn't really here. That's why I don't have the sickest connections yet. Lee is preparing for landing to defend that off quite nicely. A lot of conversions and I don't understand why Viper did this forward. Well, they needed to have some land distraction and some water play, right? And who else should have gone for land? DauT and Jordan? No chance. And TaToH? Yeah. And that's what he also did. So I think the strategy was 2 on land, 2 on water. And then Viper just filled his role. What? Did he not get a single conversion? Did Viper not get a single conversion? He got some of the monks. But all the condos are now striking that. Vikings condos also 97 HP. Not that that matters too much against... Oh, heavy demos now. Could connect pretty well against DauT. And oh boy, this is so good. It's a problem now of Italians against Vikings. Heavy demos and elite longbows will perform pretty well. And Viper is shut down here. Behind this, he has only 67 villagers, only 2 TCs working for him. Now the university will go up eventually as well. A pretty ugly main gold spot to begin with. DauT is trying to free that for him though. He converted 4 monks. Yeah, okay. And then he was out of faith. Okay. And then the condos came over. But don't you have faith if you convert other monks? Like, don't they have faith then? I'm pretty sure. Oh, we could have Japanese condos again. That we're trying to defend on water here. We have another round of conversions against the building. Viper with chemistry. Quite late. He's at 85 villagers. Villese only at 50. He's having some trouble. Rubenstock. Why is Rubenstock? Am I confused? Oh, Rubenstock has to be slinging, right? What? How's Rubenstock still castle age? He has 11 fishing ships untouched. He did build only 1 stable, right? Ah, okay. Hello. Gray on the map, apparently. Okay, so Orient Gun Masterpiece. He with some knights in the center of the map. Trying to be annoying against DauT on land and against Viper and is getting some kills here. Okay. Portuguese Jordan is trying to defend this with his condos. And, well, that's maybe one of the reasons why Viper was so low on his count. Now goes for Bracer, should go for Harbors as well, lead longboats on the way. Lots of tags, and, well, Max, he will sneak around here. Jordan with caravels, still needs the elite upgrade. If you're playing Portuguese, you need a really good eco to go for water. You need a lot of upgrades. And, well, Viper with some nice quick mods here for sure. Oh, guns going down. DauT controlling that area. Could go for another water fight. Would lose quite heavily against all those longboats. Although, at the moment, it seems like he has higher number 60 against only 40. Villese still struggling quite a bit. And, well, quickly sling free game for now. And still annoying. Super annoying. Is Mr. TaToH here. Lost his TC though. That means no more extra production. Now he could get into some troubles. Let's see. TaToH still not up to him as well. Rubenstock finally clicked. Release. How is resources looking? Okay. TheViper now going for coinage. Kind of interesting timing. Viper goes for coinage. He got pop 100. Actually, he should be the one receiving all the resources. Why, in your opinion, Zuppi is researching Galleon and not using lead longboats? I think he should be using lead longboats. I think maybe just to mix in some of them because it was short of gold or something. But longboats will be his main unit choice in the long run. Actually, if you fight with longboats, you want to be in spread formation because you are over damaging a bit too much if you are super clumped up. Like this first one, he's getting like 600 damage. And if you went for spread formation, that would have attacked different galleons. It's a bit more efficient. With galleons, it's not that bad in comparison. TRD is trade, so how many trades, cards, cogs did they build, and CST is the amount of castles. So I'm still going for castle caravels and building some condos in the center. Now completely walled up here. Viper, he's going for galleons as well. This fight should be lost by DauT. That's what I'm thinking. Why should we now building that many galleons? It's kind of weird. Is he lacking that much gold? No, he isn't. It's just a mistake then. Okay, Rubenstock now using his nice area here to go for elite caravels, which will perform incredibly well. I mean, it's chemistry, TaToH now going for keep. This push, was it defended properly? Not really. That's a lot of keeps from TheMax. Fucking off that trade area. I'm trying to make something happen on water. Caravels not doing too much. And that feels like Rubenstock? Probably. So we're clearing this up. This one is a nice push. We just need more hand cannoneers. I don't like that Jordan is adding hand cannoneers, even as Portuguese. Against condos, they aren't too great. Engagement over here, engagement over here. I think you might even want to go for the team up, like longboats and caravels. I just feel like galleons is a wrong unit. And now Zuppi going back while Villese is engaging. Okay, now he's engaging again. All good. Just trying to get a better position. Well, you want to be really spread against those caravels. Never want to fight in. Oh, we have longboats here. Oh, that's beautiful. And also some fire galleys, most likely. And we have some longboats over here. Trade shouldn't be that good, right? What do we have? 20 trade for Team Secret. On the other side we have 48. Just engaging here. Caravels are coming over with all the upgrades. And now we see hand cannoneers trying to condos. Japanese condos attacking faster as well. Trade cards going down. Not a pretty scenario for sure. How much resources are they losing? Some gold and stone, some wood. Not too much. It's not the worst thing. Trade isn't getting shortened too much. They still have a reasonable spot. So, not game ending. Only losing a bit of ground, for sure. Viper now goes for full galleons as well. So he's spamming some harbors. And siege rams. They decided quite a bit. What? They decided the water. Not really decided, but shifted the favor into the direction of the Viper. Okay, let's start a new sentence. Hand cannon is still a weird choice. Seems like TaToH, maybe champions could be better than condos against that as well. What cannon now at the front, some defensive towers, but that's still without arrow slit as well. Goes for Cannon Guardians, realizing how well he's winning the water fights. Look at the Finch population. Everyone close to maxed out, and well, John falling behind. Who's really maxed out? It's kind of only DauT. John only 166. Viper struggling. Well, he can get maxed out at some point. TaToH, he's struggling quite a bit for sure. And well, he really wanted to have the Portuguese on board as well with caravels in those big fights. And now Rubenstock is coming over. This will be so ugly. Right hand side, we need some cannon galleons, I'm saying, and elite cannon galleons instantly popping up. Why does Rubenstock have so little trade? I don't know. He should have more. Seems like the max side is always winning the game. You mean always? 2 out of 2 games? Then yes. Always. Oh, quite a beautiful position. Could even be tighter back here. Goes for the, well, buying himself some time. So forging now, and well, there's longboats around as well. And killing the market. Trade still not really set up to perfection, and elite cannon guys around. This looks good for the Finns, guys. Could this be the 2-0? Absolutely feels like it. The Max even building a castle here, so some more traps could be out. Some more docks as well from Zuppi. And well, that's a perfect positioning if I've ever seen one for those elite longboats against the fire gullies. If only we had a demo now pop out here, but we won't, because they will GG it before. And what a sick game number 2 as well. Can't really tell you what happened. Viper completely focusing on land, didn't get a kill. TaToH doing a lot on land as well, didn't really get a kill as well. Perfect reaction. Oh, look what we got here. Pretoria even from Rubenstock. That's why he didn't need trade. He was getting all the gold anyways. Perfect defense by those Finns on land. It's so easy to overreact. It's so easy to underreact. But yeah, they just saved themselves. It was looking quite dicey at Villese TC at some point, but he defended, and then they had the overall water control. It's just Vikings so much better. That's just the thing that they saved from Saltmarsh. And then Jordan needed to fight a lot on land against Rubenstock. And then they had the good redock spot as well. And could claim the center, something that Jordan couldn't, and needed to help on land as well. Beautiful, beautiful game number 2. And military stats. TheMax again, most kills, not most buildings raised, and received only minimal resources. DauT, they see sling TaToH quite a bit, but TaToH couldn't really survive. TheMax also doing a lot of damage on water there early on against Jordan. Bench Viper brings Slam. Interesting. Whew. Sauna boys looking sharp. Yeah. If you want to know the secret. Oh? Is that sauna? Ah, sauna it is. Okay. If you want to know their secret, haha, you can take a look at that clip. That really shocked me. Are you serious? So guys, Suomi leading to 0. Yeah, Tigre needs to win the next 3 games if they want to win ECL East Asia 4v4 stage. Let's take a look what they can offer. We have Zuppi, the Khmer pocket, good spawn for them. Slav flank, not what they wanted. God pocket. And Turk's flank. Not the strongest civilizations. We have Jordan with the Turk's flank. Slav pocket for DauT, good for them. Kelt's pocket for Viper. And Khmer flank for TaToH. Is the DM tournament planned for 2019? I talked some with Robo, talked some with T90, talked some with MBL and TaToH. I wouldn't call it planned, but I checked up interests. Where do you put Fat Dragon on your tier list? Like number 10 to number 15. Maybe number 10. Yeah. Okay, so it's Jordan again. Slam spectating. Viper onto Vote Raider would be a good option. Let's see. I think I don't really want to say if they sling. Let's see who they sling and when and what happens. Why Khmer? They're part of the TIF pool. The overall TIF pool was Chinese, Japanese, Koreans, Mongols, Portuguese, Turks, Huns, Khmer, Indians and Burmese. And you need 2 out of those in every single map. And then you have to think about it. Where do I put in Turks? Where do I put in Khmer? And it seems like that's the map where they felt they'd shine the most. I'm waiting for Slav Scorpions. Very unlikely that we will see Scorpions. Okay, this is your time to ask some questions in the chat. Where I still have time, not really distracted by any sick accents, such as 2 scouts fighting against each other. John is playing. Wow. Yes, indeed. Scorp is best unit in the game. Okay. He's going for the big walls. Viper already one villager behind. Oh, he probably did only loom. Yeah, he did loom. If it was Khmer, what should you go? I'm a noob for sure. It's tricky. Khmer at the moment might be considered to be the weakest 1v1 civilization on land maps. And yeah, something like Arbalest could be good, but most of the time we just see them sling. It will be tricky for TaToH because he is very short distance with his opponent and flank. Do Huskars win against gunpowder or of Turks, or do they get shredded? Well, gunpowder units heavily counter Huskars. The problem is Huskars can just spam around, right? If we have barracks in the center in this area and we have Jordan defending here, you can simply still attack 2.5 players. So the mobility factor is just so much better for Huskars. If we think about like Black Forest or Arena, Turks just smash Goth, but on those maps, mobility of the Huskars is just good enough. Why not smirk Khmer into elephants? It's too easy to counter, plus too late to get to. It's just like, yeah, that's basically the answer. We have Jordan going for a drush. They take 0 damage. TaToH feels like the only guy with a reasonably fast uptime so far. Is there a website with all the tech tree? I don't play anymore, just watch streams. Exclamation point tech tree will get you to that website. Is there a website with, okay. Do you expect Jordan to be more than top 75% of his top form from during NAC2? What? Do you expect Jordan to be more than 75% of his top form during NAC2? Okay. Yes. Rubenstock playing FC without a drush as flank. Yeah, very tight area as well. But that's actually no FC. That's a sling. That's just a delayed sling. Or he will need to buy himself up quite heavily. Six on gold doesn't really make too much sense either. No stone inside. That's a sling, my friend. And that's the same sling on the max again. What do we have here? Weird mining camp. Wouldn't that mining camp be better? Market here, so that's going to be sling as well. And Villese is not on gold. So triple sling on the max again. What are we seeing here? TaToH stonewalling. Not having a military building. And not having a market. And being open in the back. TaToH. I'm a bit confused. Will TaToH sling? Where is he building? Huh. I'm expecting TaToH to sling, yeah. Viper just plays open fast castle into boom, apparently. Meanwhile, we have... I thought some scouts out of DauT? No. John is actually the only one who built army. I can't really explain this. But, yeah. It's a no attack treaty. And only John broke it with his drush. So DauT is playing fast castle behind this, or is this a sling? Oh guys, I know what's happening. They're slinging the Viper on boat raiders against the Gostling. I think DauT will sling as well. Yeah. Viper extra TC. They know they have time because the Max needs to get imp as well. The castle is coming. TaToH's just outpost rushing again. So they know exactly what's up. Yeah, it will be a Viper sling onto votes. How do votes do against Huskarls and Champs? Very well. Kind of a counter unit. Votes and Scorps? No, you can't go Scorps. Oh. And this is no sling, guys. This is a fast imp from Rubenstock. Okay. So this isn't a triple sling onto the Max. Oh! Oh! This is a fast imp by Rubenstock, supported by the Max Huskarl flood. Oh. Okay. And DauT isn't slinging. TaToH is. Okay. Barracks now. Let's check sling stats again. Rubenstock got some. The Max got some. He will just go Huskarls. Meanwhile, TaToH's full slinging the Viper. Jordan and DauT are just booming. That's weird. DauT went full Stonewall into boom. Didn't understand that. This is tricky. And that's the difference. Look at that. That's something that Slam didn't do. Jordan, he will see what's up. And he will now scream in TeamSpeak, holy moly, guys, look at this. I will die if I do not quadruple Stonewall ASAP. He should buy, maybe even buy 100 stone. Send more villagers on stone, build a university, get fortified wall upgrade, and he should really wall the hell out of himself. This one is only palleted walls. He should also tell DauT. This one is still open. And yeah, he needs to survive. And now the question is, this is the timer. How long can Jordan hold? He will die eventually. He has 0 army. He only has walls. He needs to hold. And he's already against ranged units. Bombard cannons will be out any second. 4 archer ranges is not clever, I believe. I think Rubenstock should have gone for a second siege workshop instead of 4 archer ranges. I think 3 archer ranges is completely fine. Jordan, as I said, he will lose villagers. Instantly goes for fortified wall. Lovely strategy, or lovely approach. Meanwhile, DauT, he should do the same. He isn't as much in danger, but he should have 3-4 villagers now working away and doing some more walls as well. Meanwhile, Boat Raider production. And they aren't bad against hand cannoneers either. Look at that, that's one screen away. They could easily break DauT now. Who at one point even only has a barracks. Okay, there's a 145 wall here. TaToH sling. Ready for the snake. Who is sitting at 3 TCs, now got a second castle up. Will easily defend against those Huskarls, no problem. But then they have no answer to Rubenstock. At least for some time. Jordan evacuates his starting base. Gives up all the gold and stone. Oh, actually could have walled behind this. Max now going on to Imp. And DauT very calmly booms away here. Did at least though fortified walls. Jordan even buying himself a bit more time. And what are the Finns doing? That's super indecisive. They could kill Jordan. They don't want to. Then just send half an army. That's fine for me as well. How to switch into champions. Jordan still with 43 villagers. Booming away here. Could go for another TC. Could maybe even go for some trade setup. But well, no. That's not really going to work. Wall that off as well. Champion switch. What do we have in here? Some more walls. Look at the map vision of TaToH as well. Just creating everything everywhere. So they know exactly what's happening if we ever go. We'll have a go that wasn't expected earlier. Okay, it all comes down to Viper against Rubenstock now. DauT did wall it behind it somewhat in time. Oh, that will be some dead villagers. 63 is his number at the moment. Okay, now breaking through. And that's what I said. Was it really a difference if you had 40 or 30 hand cannons now? No, but it could have been a difference if you had 6 or 4 bombard cannons. Okay, bombard cannons in the back, getting caught off guard. One instantly dying. Nice pick-off to begin with. More hand cannoneers dying. Rubenstock a bit out of position here. Jordan debating with his light curve. Just getting some more vision. Where their armies. Sam switch. It's mainly Boat Raiders. TC going down. This is pretty intense, guys. Score very similar. That most of the time means that the team not slinging is ahead. Jordan just accepting that this is going down. What a beautiful, beautiful reaction by him. And he is still in this game with 49 villagers. Compared to Rubenstock, who only has 45, for example. And Rubenstock, he didn't really get the kills. Meanwhile, Viper just smashed all the army of TheMax, but that's what we said earlier. The big question is how will he perform once Rubenstock is around. And Viper is trying to avoid those fights. Snakes another bombard cannon, nice pick-offs by the snake. Champion tech now finished for TheMax. And then it gets really tricky. Champion hand cannoneer against all those votes. Do we have any aggressive bases? Not really. All those attacks. Uh-oh. Villese. Sending a villager out. Please tell me he's walling behind it. Okay. Then he's fine. Viper going for fletching for his castle. And oh god, we will see Mangonel Scorp as well. We will honestly see the perfect Celt composition. Boat Raider plus big heavy seats. Oh man. Uh-oh, and now Rubenstock is broken in the back, and he didn't have a lot of villagers to begin with. Wanted to quick wall this. 2 TCs for him. And trying to get some more walls up here. That will be some dead villagers. Still awaiting the big fight over here. That's a lot of Mangonels. This could be a big shot against all those hand cannoneers. Their range isn't the greatest. DauT running behind this goes for handcart. Do we see DauT slinging now? DauT is slinging. Everyone is slinging. The Viper. Onagers now. And DauT is opening to the right hand side. That means army is coming over. Take a look. Can Rubenstock squeeze through here? Not for now. Boats are just passing. Some more 8 cannoneers in the back. When do we see the big engagement? On his attack finishes any second. Siege engineer is so important as well. DauT couldn't really hold this off. Boats, they are winning this fight with these. Oh, but now they're pretty spread around. Champions, if they can catch some of the Scorpions off guard, like here, that's pretty good for the Finns. The Viper, that was not the greatest move, that he sent so many of those boats away. Some of the siege, but also killing quite a bit. Okay, take a look. Boats are not willing to take the fight just yet. Getting pretty intense. Boats running away here. Meanwhile, DauT is losing quite a bit. And I don't want to miss the big engagement. Hand cannoneers now microing away. Combat cannon count down to 1. Pretty beautiful move. Some siege went down as well. And those boats are just beautiful. Look at that. 2-1 KD. A lot of champions of the Max are now coming over. And they're going for the big push. Maybe some rams could be nice. Jordan, meanwhile, booming at 3 TCs. Now going for the markets. But they don't have the right inside corner. Oh, TaToH. Just building some random walls to block the trade for later on. Okay, just TaToH things. Who's now up to cast rate, same as Villese. And well, that means actually, yeah, better equal for the Slav player makes a lot more sense. Viper cleared that up. John, you could maybe try to reclaim that area. Viper, mass Scorpions. That's still a big army here. Only now +4 defense. Finally, siege workshop number 2 from Rubenstock. Siege was really what they were lacking for quite some time. Cleared up here. The slingers of Team Secret are safe again. Something happening on the minimap that I'm missing? Not really. Corner control. Villese is going for it. Question: how are Scouts against Scorpions? Good. Host Scouts are winning against Scorpions, but Host Scouts are losing heavier against roads than Champions do. For Celtica now, as you can see, 84 HP here on the Onagers. Let's take a look. Can we see some shots? At least one. And now they survive the bombard cannon shot. Oh, this is tricky. Impossible to take an engagement now for Rubenstock. Where are the Huskarls? Where are the champions? This could get ground attacked away. Let's take a look. Viper, take care of this. He's just running under the castle as well. Maybe he's just fine with it. TheMax attacking for Onager. In a weird way to continue this aggression. No raids here. Okay, we have some hundreds here and just not enough map control by TheMax. They need to have barracks everywhere. Just think about it, like 5 barracks here, 1 bombard cannon. Could just create so much, or just a ram or something. This game is very one-dimensional at the moment. Chemistry, capture. Viper keeps on upgrading. He's pop 200. 175, 145 for Rubenstock and TheMax respectively. Some nice rakes in the back, normal Huskarls, non-elite. And we need to see those wards deleted. We need to finally see the trade start. TaToH, first one again, to start with that. No artillery for Rubenstock, only, quote unquote, only 12 range for those bombard cannons, could go for 14. No text for siege ram. This is such a strong army. He got to the army composition he wanted to get, and well, champions are just so bad. Hand cannoneers are losing as well here, and scorpions in the back are just a beautiful unit. Look at all that splash damage. Those champions, they aren't doing anything. Look at that splash. I will switch to the hand cannoneers now, so that you can see when the scorpions are coming over. This is just shredding them. Look at that! All the damage output. That's like onagers. Oh god. Well, you can still retreat some, but oh god, how they went into the red there. Trying to move away now. Lots of votes lost their life in that battle, but he shredded so much. Meanwhile, a nice cut here with the onagers. Now I get it. It's the same that Leary did in the earlier series on Chaos Pit. And this is tricky because Jordan just wanted to reboom himself and see if he can. Release. Now they're scared of some tree hops as well. Viper is staying active, votes around. Just a lot of rams. Can we see an onager hit against those hand cannoneers? Not really. Uh-oh. Max, he's pushing in. This looks good. Oh, where did those votes come from? Nice move to move in there. Zuppi on the way to Castle Age. DauT and TaToH up on the way to Imp. DauT, he's switching to, oh god, we need to see disengagement. Scorpions in the back again, getting their shots of votes in the front. Rams are now pushing in, hand cannoneers need to go back, and this is a push that will kill all the bombard cannons. Votes not really getting the last hits off there, bringing down in numbers, but also holding at this side. DauT, can he reward together with the help of Jordan? Really lovely for them to protect their ego. Trade not running too smoothly. Still one single TaToH villager created all this in the back here. This is held off. A sneaky barracks in there, and Viper needs to retreat. Overall populations, tough to say. Let's say 200, 140, 100. Okay, I'd say like 30, 40 more for Team Secret, but we have them up 1H. John is the only one who's lacking in. On the other side, we still have Zuppi and Feudal Age, and now got in Castle Age and Villese and Castle Age as well. Elephants now for TaToH. Oh boy. Well, that should just finish this, right? They have zero answers to elephants over in this area. Okay, bombard cannons. How can they be saved? Votes are so good against this, trying to get back there, but he cannot run back with the hand cannons. That means the bombard cannons are completely unprotected. That's like 6, 7 bombard cannons going down. And hand cannoneers in the back as well. 6 shots against those, and all of them dying. Viper is doing it again, killing so much army here in exchange of like 20 votes and 2 onagers. Big shot. And now we have the big elephant go of TaToH being prepared. They have all the center control as well, and you know what that means, all the stone here as well. Something that the Finns wanted for all their bombard towers, but that won't really happen. And well, all the orange dots are so weird. Pikeman was the production against the elite banner elephants, not needed. Something I also didn't mention, +1 range being Khmer for those Celts Scorpions, and DauT will probably hold champion against champion. Could get all upgrades and could get Georgina to win every fight super convincingly against the Ghost champions. Jordan just staying in Castle Age, should just continue to trade. This one should be opened a bit more, but trade is running quite okay-ish. Viper at 0 though. DauT only at 6. That's a bit late, guys. Doesn't really matter. See Villese now. He will... Oh, what? That's a lot of dead bodies. Something happened here. And all those died. Just so easy to miss anything. Or something. In the 4v4. It's so action-packed here. Next go champions. I think Jordan might hold this. Bought himself somewhat. No, received some more stone from the Viper and also some from, I believe, whoever. DauT can now continue repairing, and well, the champ spam might end eventually. I think some Janissaries that would be really good. Yeah, they're at it now, and elephants. They're just running over this. Hand cannoneers, yeah, they could potentially one-shot this, but, well, can never take a reasonable fight. What's pushing this? It feels like Team Secret are on the verge of winning. They push this back. Still can't believe this, but again, TheMax, we saw what he can make. He can make happen. Oh god, it's been a long day. Still those funny walls here. Tajina, now for DauT. Cannon for Rubenstock. Can he save the castle again? Yes, they could. 900 HP, and Zuppi continues to sling Rubenstock. Honestly, now the army becomes worse and worse. Just simple, random hand cannoneers aren't doing much on this open area, and that's what I said earlier, right? Janissaries against Huskarls won't really work. And that's pretty much the same, hand cannoneers. We see TaToH's trade maze. Well, it's not too sick, but number of trade cards aren't too sick either yet. If we had 60, it makes a bit more. Could be a bit more fun for us. TaToH now goes for Scorpions. He goes for the Ramgo as well. Didn't break through yet, but again, one road. Just going ham. Is that still the same one? Feels like it. Ramgo. Next tower here as well. TaToH with his keeps. So annoying. Okay, another go into the trade. DauT is going for his next castle. Maybe Boya. Boyas could actually be so sick here as well. Against champions, Huskarls, and hand cannoneers. Another go into the trade. How are populations looking? Seems like Secret Boys are just so much better with it. Scorpions behind elephants, and you're spamming in champions against that. Your KD won't be great again. Look at how they're just toying with them. Hand cannoneers in the back, and well, they won't get too much done either. DauT just spamming this. TaToH is pushing. I think they're winning kind of at 3 fronts at the moment. Don't really see what the answer could be. At least still on castle. It's so Zuppi, so it's basically Rubenstock and TheMax goes with units that are just bad from this point on. This is getting pushed. Elephants are relentless. We cannot really hold this off, and well, I don't want to call it too early, but Finns with those civs, they simply have no chance. Look at this. Look at those halberdiers trying to do something. They're just moving in against Scorpions. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Zuppi adding in some elephants, goes for the +2 defense as well. But a little too late. He reached the Imperial Age now. Villese is clicking up as well, but he's at pop 140 and very cornered here. Trade is one screen away. Now Elite Battle Elephants are moving in. Vote Raider are moving in as well. Switch back into champions. Zuppi, he can maybe get onto elephants. Okay. Then I can see how they could maybe do it with 4 players. Meanwhile, we have Jolly attacking into Zipa. That means he will go for 100 HP. Heavy CA in late in to maybe raid some trades to help out. And, well, that's just some random halberdiers. But I think the game won't even last that long. Push has been going backwards for so long for Suomi here. Another Onager shot, but that's against the number camp, not really to free themselves a bit more for an attack. More Rams pushing, and, well, the maze isn't doing too much. Maybe a few hundred gold blocked there, but not too much. Okay, Vote Raiders now pushing forward. Well, Bad Elephants, we're getting to them, Zuppi. And TaToH isn't having them for too long either. But we already have double Scorpion tech, and they're so good against those elephants. Let's take a look. We see more walls here by Villese, and what is this MTC? Okay, one in the very back, and it's also now 100%. So it doesn't really matter. And now we're somewhat in the trade. No answer to that. More Scorpions coming forward. Villagers trying to fight off. Not too pretty either. And what are all those votes doing? Okay, it's just running over to the other side. Trying to finish it off if they can get in this area. Jordan collected a relic. Good job, Jordan. Down the go. What's the next step here for the Finns? Pop 170 for Zuppi. Rubenstock pop 70. Look at that. He is trying to defend with some bomber towers, but he's just getting raided away so heavily. Jordan is now here with fully upgraded units. That's just killing Rubenstock as well. All the Rams, he doesn't have an answer to that. DauT is switching on to Cavaliers now. I think Boyas would be the better option, but it doesn't really matter. All the trade is going down, and, well, this game is simply over. And Suomi, for a change, is going for SY. GG timing. Artillery now for Jordan. Something that Rubenstock was lacking for so long. Didn't really matter in the end. And whew, what an intense one. Secret slaps down match point number 1. Is winning game number 3 here together with Jordan. So for now, Slam is the only player without a victory. And what happened here? Hand cannoneer go. They moved in, killed one TC and stopped. They could have moved in over at DauT. They could have just spread their army, because they didn't face any army. Then I also thought triple archer range, no, quadruple archer range, 1 siege workshop was wrong. It should have been 3-2. It simply worked out too well for Jordan and DauT delaying their dying process. 1 layer of stone wall. It should have been like 4 or 5 even. But Rubenstock, he didn't have enough siege. And beautiful defense by Team Secret. Then the Viper with the sling. Vote Raider. Those heavy Scorpion hits. Just smashing that army over here. And beautiful engagement after beautiful engagement. Buying enough time for his whole team. Smashing everything. Beautiful game. Viper with a sick KD here against TheMax as well. And look at that. 90 buildings raised. Rams everywhere. Rubenstock couldn't do much. Bomber towers out there as well. But maybe artillery a bit late. Didn't have a castle early on. So kind of intuitive that you can't research that. And yeah, could have helped a bit against the onagers from distance. Whew, what an intense one. Next map will be Mount Fuji, was map number 3, so Mongolia. Could be another long one. Oi, 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 oi. And yeah, we aren't here to waste time. Finals are around the corner. Game number 4. Now eat another piece of tofu. Are these matchups live? No. But from next round on, ECL will be live as well. Okay, guys. Match point number 2 for the Finns. They're still in the prime position to take ECL East Asia 4v4 stage. Let's take a look what they can bring to store for us. And I will click casting. Zuppi. Pocket with Mongols. His flank, Spanish Rubenstock. We have Indians, TheMax, and Mayan Villese. So they are up for the long game. Indian Viper flank, not as nice. Mayan DauT pocket, not that nice. Ethiopian TaToH pocket, that's not nice. And Jordan Mongol flank with the buck gold. Robo, where were you? Robo! Ah. Ay. That's a horrible position for Secret here with all their players. What happens if NAC 2 cost goal won't be reached? I will lose money. I will have costs like 30k, 31k, something like that. And if I don't get them back via donations, yeah, it's simply my loss. Kind of interesting that, well, Robo was around and John spotted that. And why would he not go for an admin restart? You have the worst positioning. Indians flank, Ethiopian pocket. And they're not going for an admin restart. Are they trying to lame? Maybe they did. Okay, got one sheep. That's it. Instant walls by Jordan. Pop 14 walls, guys. And Tanner lost the will. Well. This one has a scout. This is so bad for Secret, guys. Whew. Maybe they did re already? Well, they surely did. And, well, this gold positioning is an admin read, though. Yeah, an admin read, you can do an endless amount of admin reads if the map is bad. Who did Jordan replace? Slam. If 30k donated doesn't mean you get 30k, did you? No. The top left side is how much money I already got donated, or like how many donations I already received. And the number right of it is what I am aiming for. Should be the admit to the player could be distracted and not notice. Well, they're different rules, right? Maybe for me it's shocking. So that will be wall. That will be a sling from TaToH. Okay. I think this kind of has to be a sling onto DauT. Or will it be a sling onto... Okay, I think this will be scouts into camel sling with plume darts as support. We see scouts into sling from Jordan. That's my prediction. Other side, Rubenstock. What are those walls? Okay. Well, then you could wall those. Yeah, he wanted to include the stone, so that will be Kongs. Zuppi is going for scouts out of the pocket. TheMax is going for scouts out of the pocket. And Villese is going for Blade Man at Arms. I mean, the cost PayPal, Twitch, whoever is in the middle, tax, etc. If you donate 30,000 to me now, I will probably rather give you my bank information, yeah, because Streamlabs is getting some of it, yeah. So actually, the donation at the top left isn't what I actually get. So it's like 23k was sent, and I only get like 22k from it, maybe even 21k. So I will lose. Like, if it's only the exact amount, I'm actually losing, yeah. What are your costs for cup except your prize money? Hotel and flights for 8 players, 3 casters for 10 days. Plus food, a cook, meet and greet, 2 PCs. Yeah, that's it. And some other stuff. Go in NHC1 forums. There listed everything, the costs for last time. And I will list all the costs for this time as well after it's done. John defending this now. Okay, what is the next step here? We will have DauT with the mega walls. Oh. This looks so bad for Team Secret. I was expecting a 5-game series, guys. TaToH goes for the big walls. Oh, the aggression. Viper not finishing those walls either. These micros, those villages quite well. We'll get them home. Good line in the back, wide open as well. No spearman around. That's the only good thing at the moment for the Viper. Oh no, there's a spearman. So cannot even clear this up. We'll get one more hit off. Now needs to go back. Barry's still blocked. Idle villagers as well. The Max is coming over with scouts. Zuppi could do the same. Jordan behind stone walls. Not completely walled yet. Did clear up the Drush, but Rubenstock will get onto Conquistadors. This will be tricky as well. I think it's looking incredibly good for the Finns on so many levels. Viper with those two quite open. I think if Secret wins this game, DauT has the highest score. He needs to dominate with plumed archers. It's the only way. TaToH goes up to Castle Age as well. So that's no sling from him. That's Market, Blacksmith, Stonewall. So it will be a Castle Age sling, most likely. DauT. Didn't finish his market before. Okay, now we can click up. Archers now. Well, we don't really see the big kills, but so many moves in the wrong direction here. That's in secret. Archers now around. I think they can break this area. Metal arms should be at the front, doing the greatest damage. DauT forced to build a defensive tower, meaning his castle will be delayed. Diagonal gate doesn't work out. How's this to work? Another pressure here. Stone wall behind this. Another stone wall. Nothing else going on at the moment on this map. Okay. Some nice walls. Team wall could have been a bit better over here, but obviously tough to spot sometimes. TaToH will be fine with that for now. Scott moving around. DauT goes for the big stone walls. What is this? Did I really think they have the better civilizations for the long run? I'm like Mongols against Mongols, Indians against Indians. Then they have Mayans against Mayans, and then they're playing Ethiopians against Spanish. So that has to be better for, yeah, for the Finns, right? Why did we not see a super aggressive game? Their positioning was horrible. But still. TaToH, archer aggression. DauT could have gone for archers as well or something. But yeah, it is ugly. I can see it, guys. But this will be rough. They have 0 map control, 0 army. Not really the secure corner there. Rubenstock will get onto Kongs completely uncontested. Redrock. Thanks for 700 biddies. Good luck with collecting the money. Thanks. Actually, biddies and subs don't count into that, so it's purely donations. Thanks. This is already GG. Well, we didn't have the big killing blow, right? Or the big move against them. But it's looking really rough, yeah. What is Jordan doing? Well, he did some scouts to defend off the Drush and then went castle. So he's probably going to boom and sit behind stone walls. And they have to pray that they will be fine against the Conquistadors. But Rubenstock, this could have been a spot where Rubenstock just built an aggressive castle as well, right? If Zuppi was using his scouts correctly, and if we get a castle up here, good luck defending that, Jordan. I think Rubenstock should have built an aggressive castle. With all the map control they had, yeah, would have been a way better spot. So who's slinging who here? I think no one. I think we didn't see any sling, right? Right, no sling yet. I think we'll get onto it at some point. Ah! Overlay. No, yeah. Oof. Okay, I felt it. Villese, well, those archers are intercepted. That's a nice win by the Viper for sure. And, well, DauT can still get onto Plumes, so that's not too bad, right? And they never really lost too many villages. Thing is... Villese should probably get onto Plumes as well. That he's going for double archer range so long. If they saw the walls that early. How will they trade later? Well, that's not the most problematic thing. Viper should get his corner against Villese. He's up to castle age a bit earlier. Kind of stabilizing Rubenstock is here now as well, though. Aggressive siege workshop. It's like so hard on the Finns, but I feel they're not using the army advantage enough. Where's the aggressive siege workshop? Where's the aggressive castle? They have military, the enemies don't. Look at that, military count 26, 35, 55 compared to 25. And yeah, they're threatening a bit. I think they could go for the kill. Just do so much more pressure. Oh, getting scared away by one single monk. Where is the aggressive siege workshop? Could go either way. Mass camels not from Jordan. Killing the Conquistadors quite nicely. Zuppi, random villager somewhere. Jordan spotted that. TaToH is around as well. And yeah, that will be cleared up most likely. Aggression continues here. Viper still under a lot of pressure. To see number 3 from him. 44 villagers, the lowest. Villese has some numbers, but well, he has 33 military. Oh, whoa, what is getting cut off guard so horribly bad here. That was a beautiful move by the Viper. He's getting so much and... Oh, what? They didn't kill a single crossbow? What? I was so sure that like 6 to 8 crossbows would die here. So weird. Vipey. That's weird.
VIPI.
Okay, the max now up to him. So is DauT though. And then in camels against plumed archers. Should be somewhat okay for DauT, although he's going for eagles. Okay. That kind of means I'm expecting that we now see something on the sling tab. Indeed. TaToH is slinging DauT. Meanwhile, Zuppi is slinging TheMax. So they will stay away from Mango Dice. will go for a lot of heavy camels, and that means they will probably kill the Viper. But, well, a very short distance that we see DauT maybe dominating here. And what did I tell you? If Secret wins this game, DauT will be the score leader. Unless Jordan goes completely wild against Rubenstock, who didn't do that much with his Conquistadors, honestly. This Viper with his all tournament, well, it's Viper buying time for his team tournament for sure. And he's still having 56 villagers and 40 Cs. Reminds me of oh, what was it? Clan Masters, the final showdown game, where he played Britain's flank and just got completely destroyed as well. Had 60 Cs, boomed back, and then waited for DauT's, I believe, Malians or something, pocket to save the day. No, it was AOC, so no, I don't know. Okay, we already have Eldorado. Look at that, 95 HP on Eagle Warriors, something we don't see too often. And he will just clear this up. Elite Eagle Warrior timing up with the +4 defense, and DauT will shrek this. DauT's KD 1-1. This will change now. Heavy camera upgrade not there. We don't see the +4 defense yet. All those crossmen are going to die. And yeah, the Max just needs to run. Oh god, this is so bad for the Max. Look at that. All of that taking so much damage. Crossman killing here as well. And DauT, what did I tell you? The KD 1-1 when going into this one. And she just shredded everything without any losses. Barely with the loss of any HP even. Those Eagle Warriors are just sick. Jordan waiting Rubenstock. Well, he is camping with a lot of camels in front. Trying to control the corner there as well. And now goes on to Mango Dice. Is going up to Imp as well. And DauT just ruffle stomped that. Look at that. 1 unit lost. 30 units killed. Oh, yo, yo. With a sling of TaToH behind there, and the Max, he's getting pushed back. They did not do enough damage. Those Finns. Now heavy camels against Eagle Warriors. Well, they, before Imp Camel, DauT should have fought this. Especially like retreating doesn't make any sense now if you're slower. Oh, but okay, Max didn't chase it down. And behind this, the Viper, after being tripled, quadrupled this whole time, is still at 80 villagers. He has more villagers than Villese. Who arguably is now reaching Imp, but still, this is just so sick. Like I'm so sure that I would be at 43, 38 villagers in this spot. Jordan trying to wall the corner. TaToH probably told him. Such a calm defensive player. Now Viper. He's just going with the aggression himself. Well, maybe DauT needs to add some halberdiers. And he wants to go for eagles before that though. And well, that should be a better fight for him. Well, the Viper, he will lose that attempt. Castle for sure. And Villese, he will go for plumes. Let's take a look. He's building his second castle, trying to, well, most likely he will even get a third one up. That will be good. Viper already, look at that, walling the side as well, controlling the corner. Jordan tried to stay active here, but Rubenstock is securing this one as well. Now continues to push. Max tries to group up and is probably having the numbers to fight this off. In a situation like this, couldn't Jordan place a lot of tiled stone walls in 9 market placements long term? He thought he could wall this up, but yeah, he could have walled that area as well. He thought he would finish that one, which is obviously more efficient for the start. Okay, so Spanish trade. Good for them. Zuppi, he stopped the sling and is going for Imp. Everyone with solid economies now. I think we won't see that much sling. We will see the best unit compositions they could potentially go for. The only guy that I can see slinging is TaToH. Still producing more villagers. Nice and early and nice and big on the trade production. Look at this guy. Oh no, that's red. DauT's markets. Okay, but still pretty. Let's go for 5. Lead Mangodai, and well, Rubenstock, he could have some problems defending that off. Needs to go for paladins and some pikemen, maybe something like that. Halberdiers. DauT, he needs to switch into plumes potentially. Eagles won't do the job once we have mass elite plumes out. But for now, DauT has the solid numbers. Speaking of numbers, population looks a bit better or similar, I would say. Overall similar. But Jordan now pushing this side. Can't ram around. Ooh, that's a fight. The Finns don't want to take this way. Very tight, choked up area would be good. Castle there around as well. This is the fight they want to take. But Jordan, DauT realizes, yeah, that's not the fight I want to take. So let's better go back. Rubenstock, no corner control. I'm very active there. Rubenstock obviously investing a lot of his castle age time into the Viper and doing something there. Trying to get rid of a lot of those walls to get the trade up a bit better. And it seems like the Max, well, the Max can obviously help pretty well against Jordan's army, that they can push this away. Okay, now actually we could get into the game where Secret could win. And anyone except TaToH could have highest score at the end. And Camel's at the top. Should be great against Rubenstock as well. But still 2-3 screens away. Jordan should not take this fight. Save the villagers. He is. Jordan playing pretty solid. Interaction instantly back as well. Didn't take unnecessary fights. Testing the corner for quite some time now. Trade not at the numbers where Finland would love to be here. 42-minute mark. DauT loses one castle. Had all the upgrades, and now we have the big engagement here. Let's take a look who wins this fight. Positioning is pretty solid for both, I would say. Good patrols. Worked out nicely. Castle is getting attacked in the back. I think this is a bit better here for Villese and TheMax, but actually no. DauT is breaking through. The Archer's not really under attack yet. Now it's the first units attacking them. TaToH is taking 2 SO, and that's a lovely addition on that area here for sure. Oh, this is a very close fight, honestly. Traps will go down, Castle went down as well, and now Villese probably wants to go back. It's still called an even one. Viper is he trying to break through? That's a weird position against the palisade wall. Why are they not trying to attack here? Might be the better one. Horrible trade line. Trying to find another opening. What an intense game number 4. Spanish trade though. I agree. But well, it needs to be set up, right? They're still only trading with that market over here. It's not really Spanish trade. Oh boy! We had to go in here. I was a bit out of position as well. Now Mangodai trying to go for the kill against this. And Camel's going back, and Rams moving forward. So are the traps. So it feels like Jordan thinks this is a good timing to attack. And he's putting another siege workshop. Castle count is 4 for him. DauT only with 2 castles after losing the other 2. That might be quite ugly for him. This is a horrible fight for Rubenstock, I believe. Although camera numbers are not too scary. Mangodai now in the back helping out. We have some Halberdiers from TaToH now helping. See, he's going Halberdier SO, and suddenly, what? TaToH is the one with the highest score? How did that happen? And I said, well, Secret can win, but TaToH can never have the highest score. I have no idea how he did that. With 3 kills only. Apparently swinging gives you quite a lot of points. The level of AoE has improved a lot in the last 2 years. Well, I need to think about this for a bit longer. Probably, yeah. Something you have to remember, like those games are a bit more entertaining because of MQ. It sounds weird, but like people can mass up faster, you need to do less in the back of your eco, booms are faster, it's tougher to screw stuff up, so the level is a bit closer and a bit more fast paced due to MQ. It's like, I think like affects like 1% or 2% of the games in total, but I think it's a not irrelevant factor as well. DauT! DauT! What he keeps the mining camp, the lumber camp, the 3 houses, those 2 houses. Why? Should have deleted everything. Uh-oh. TaToH, he's preparing for the go. Uh-oh, look at this. This could be the killing blow. And without missing of this attack, but we see the Max, Zuppi prepared. Rubenstock as well. I think this will be smashed down. It looks good, but it will be smashed down, guys. The Finns too prepared for this one. You can see Jordan even realizing, okay, let's not commit into this one. SOs even getting sniped down by the Bomber Towers. Nice defense here by the Finn. A lot of teams would have probably been broken here. But the Finns too prepared to find the villages here for TaToH. Realizing how important that area is, positioning themselves beautifully, and yeah, Secret even going back quite instantly. DauT up to 4 castles again, going for his mass plumed archers. I don't even know what you could do here. Elite Plume Camel against Elite Plume Camel. Maybe some SO could maybe win you the fight, otherwise this is so stale-matey. TaToH with some SO and toss an engine. That's just so important. Oh, Ramgo here, Mr. Jordy, and that trade is just so open still. Six-and-a-half-hour broadcast now broken, and players just refuse to stop delivering here. Now the push for the Finns. They're trying to push this area, but I only see 1 trap, so won't die too quickly. Trap is getting focused down quite nicely. SO of TaToH not connecting at all. Halberdier number could be a bit higher. TaToH is now producing a bit more. Do we see the go? Okay, some rage here at the top, but that's now Halberdiers blocking themselves mainly. DauT losing some of those villages. 124, that might be too high for Mayans for my taste. Let's take a look at his resources. And yeah, why is he having farmers? Doesn't really make a lot of sense in my opinion. Only 10 trade cards. I think you want to go down to 50-60 villagers here in this scenario with Mayans. But well, he's still having quite solid numbers, and they're pushing quite nicely. Rams around as well, so maybe a bit higher, but doesn't really need a lot of food for rams, traps, and plumed archers. John trying to hold this off. Halberdiers taking location engagement. Mango is still in the back. Okay, and eventually that one trap did a great job against the castle. And Rubenstock now moving forward. The Viper having some stables added here at that top. Could maybe make an argument to see some barracks added just in the case that we see Mass Halberdier Ram or Mass Halberdier Mangodai or something. And some wall off here. So I'm sitting behind this. It's really tough for Rubenstock to find good engagements now. He's dropped a bit in population, doesn't really have too much here. And yeah, Zuppi needs to send over some more of his SO. Let's take a look. Don trying to make a small, tiny go into it. Micros a bit. But we'll just get chewed away. Meanwhile, DauT's push in the center continues. Great job here. And, well, he's just killing those Imperial Camels quite nicely. I'm a bit surprised why the Max is even producing some here. That's just really bad. Some SO for Zuppi. I just did it. Like 2 siege workshops just constantly producing over here would be so good. Okay, now the camel go. Should really click behind the army so that there's oh shot could be here. And they are delivering. DauT. That was a lot of HP loss. Can we see another big hit? Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. And DauT, that was just 30 Plumed Archers going down. What a horrible moment for him. And he needs to retreat. That was pretty solid and happy that we were here for that. Nice go, but if you do that go, you need to have 3-4 traps instantly here to get that castle sniped down. That's something they didn't do for now. Plumed Archers went down for Villese as well. TaToH now switching into Arbalest as well, but Jordan, he got the kill meanwhile. Oh boy, we didn't check that. And where is the trade now? Oh god, shortened so much, only down to 87 gold, and that's with Spanish even. Oh god, those Imperial Camels just randomly running into their death. Not really helping out too much. And oh! TaToH just killed 10 Elite Mangodai there. And Jordan with the score lead. Jordan for NAC2. Large production continues. Out adding in some more eagles. Military numbers for Villese at 73. Where is he having those? Oh boy, okay. That's something we didn't really mention too much. And if we have some more siege, this could be an ugly go. Supremacy now for Rubenstock, and that's not a great sign if he did that to save his villagers. Getting down to top 160, same for Villese. He's making this one go. Maybe if they can break this, that is kind of not too heavily protected, honestly. One castle, yeah, one fortified wall layer. That's it. SO is around. If that SO can get a shot in here, the trade might be in heavy danger. Speaking of trade in heavy danger, let's take a look at Rubenstock again. Oh man, this looks so ugly for him. Really needs some sling. How are his resources looking? Not that great. Zuppi has very few units as well. And TheMax, everyone completely at the limit. Now they are going in here, trying to micro this off. Oh, but it's a big shot here. Maybe should have sent the Paladins to micro that away instead of the Mangodais. And, well, they will clear up Jordan, though. Some SO shots in the back, but actually opening more surface area against those. Always to go over here. Not enough siege. Where did the SO go? Did it get a shot off? Didn't really look like it. And that's just cleared off. Now SO from TaToH to defend this off. And this was probably the stop they needed. But someone stopped here at the top as well. Halberdier numbers getting a bit higher. Mangodais doing quite some killing. Jordan managed to block the managed to block the mine resource. Managed to mine the blocked resources. Not yet. Jordan now goes for the stone instead of trying to reroll this first. Jordan casually now taking pawns as well. DauT thinks, oh, this is a team game. Maybe let's research coinage. Meanwhile, the big go here, and DauT, he is just killing this all away. Imperial Camels cannot really get the kills. We did see some attempt to war behind those Plumed Archers. but they are just killing too much. Maybe another big SO shot could be around. Ooh, DauT. Okay, well, he's losing it anyways without the SO shot. And yeah, that was an intense one. Yeah, so just chilled. Sadistic as it is, like, you will die even without me shooting. A lot of idle military now here defending this area, but there's also a lot of military around the corner. Oh, then on the 26 trade cards could be a bit higher. No gold for him. Ah, he only built 2 markets. Okay. Well, TaToH blocked all the spots here. Oh man. Does TaToH have torsion engines? Let's just say we pray that he does. Okay, more goes here. Have to see 1, 2 more traps. Maybe even some more ramps prepared for an eventual go. DauT playing pretty well here in the center, keeping all those busy. While TheViper and TaToH are holding this area off. But could be another attack. But still, Zuppi, you need siege workshops here. Rubenstock, paladins here. It's just like every one of those 4 players needs production at the other players, except maybe like castles of the Mongol player and castles of the Mayans player, right? That's kind of the tricky thing. But except that, it just costs like 1,000 wood to have 5 stables over there. Why not go for it? Even less. Villese still holding this hill. But now they're getting pushed in here. Only TaToH is around with SO, and that could be even worse when it comes to SO shots. Oh, yo. I think Villese should be watching. Villese should be watching. Villese should be watching. He should be watching it! Oh! His elite plumed archers that were just here and now died. Oh, running with the last 10 away, but now DauT is saying this is my hill. Let's push from here, and they're killing all those stables. Meanwhile, TaToH kind of playing a bit less here now. Doing quite fine on his own. Mango Dice. Numbers pretty sick still. Keeps on producing quite nicely. He's collecting some more of the stone ward behind this, so the trade line will stay short. Still Spanish trade. Villese is trying to go for another move here, but that just opens him for another SO shot. The range is just so much thicker with the tokens. If he got it. Let's quickly check TaToH. I'm like 99% sure that he is the guy who does it there. Okay. Well, John's getting pushed back a bit. Oh, bait shot over here. Jordan, we need to regroup with TaToH only at pop 160 as well. If it wasn't for Rubenstock, relations would be looking pretty good. Profits. Villese though. Well, now he finally gets rid of those siege workshops. It's pretty good for him. What is DauT doing? Oh, looked like he wanted to go for the trade. TheMax will be there. We'll ward this off. Villese is clearing it up. No problem. But now attacking another castle. And oh, that means Villese will go down to only one castle here. He's now buying himself 300 stone. Wants to go for the repair, but where's the army coming in that's sniping those traps? It has to be those camels kind of that are distracted over here at the right hand side for now. Jordan still massively leading Mangurai. And let's clear up, but still. Oh, TaToH. Let's see if all of this. Let's take a look. Can we see some ground attacks here? That's not a lot of protection. No. And it's going down quite nicely. Castle is saved. That's not by the least. TaToH is now going for shoulders. Why? Okay, Rubenstock back to 50 paladins. Maybe, just maybe, make a big go here. That was a 75-minute game out of those two great teams. Potentially the two best teams in late Imperial Age? Question mark. Well, surely of the very best, and now we have to go over here. Paladins are now moving in. SO in the back, still high numbers. Halberdiers at the front already completely down. SO against the Mango Dice of TaToH didn't really connect. Let's take a look of John, I mean. And he's going back, didn't want to eat those shots. He's getting pushed back. Let's take a look. Can we see the SO connect now? No. Mainly against the traps. John is going back. SO shots against Zuppi will be dodged as well. They did quite okay-ish against that. Royal here's now. And, well, some paladins being sent in, but Mango numbers quite high enough. So TaToH lost everything of his halberdiers, all the paladins went down. Mango numbers still somewhat existent. 14 castles to 5. Yeah, but Viper's castles don't matter. I'm surprised that TaToH is actually going for that many castles. But yeah, truly. Villese only having 2, Zuppi only having 3 really hurts them. And one market is going down. Let's take a look. If the other one is going down, the whole trade will be idle, and it's not looking good over here either. That was a big fight as well, apparently. Look at all those Imperial camels going down, and we see another shot against all those plumed archers here in the back. As we can see now, trade cards, they are pretty clumped up, and we have to go against this, and probably the GG afterwards. What a sick, sick game here, and Viper now taking chemistry, not really sure what he wants to go for. And this doesn't make a lot of sense. DauT, what is he going back? Do we have to go somewhere? Okay, Villese is going for it, and oh no, they're calling the GG before they're even making the last trade go. They're realizing even if we kill it, the game is over. What a sick game number 4, and what a sick series, guys. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. And oh, it felt like the game was over at minute 16, 17. And all players focused on Viper, but they didn't kill him. There was no aggressive siege workshop here. No aggression at all. DauT completely stonewalled, and he somehow saved himself. I think the Finns didn't play it aggressively enough. Kongs didn't do enough damage. That's why Jordan was ahead. Finns. They could have finished this game, I believe, in Castle Age. Even in early Castle Age. Top score in the end. Obviously, Mr. Jordan. Second best German player. Carrying Team Secret to that W here. You can see overall score again. Oh, yeah. Score 2-2. And now I can tell you. Yesterday, on Wednesday, I said I will have Jordan here and we will play some games together, because they started the series at, I believe, 3 PM GMT. And so I thought, yeah, like it's a best of 5. It will take 3 hours, something like 2 to 3.5 hours or something. And yeah, they just smashed an hour game after an hour game after an hour game. And that's why I couldn't play with Jordan yesterday, because he simply had to play game number 5, and the series was going on for hours. And remember that in between those games, the breaks are longer, there might be a bit more pauses, some more lag, and the shift drafting before that, so the series will always take longer than for us now casting the recorded games here. But let's stop my talking. The game might start any second. We need to start the hype song ASAP. Game number 5, Secret against Suomi. One of the most entertaining series I've seen in a very long time. Lemmy! ECL East Asia Finals 4v4 stage, Secret against Suomi, game number 5. It's tricky to get more excited than that. And Suomi was leading 2-0. Can they pull themselves back and finish the series off, or is Secret able to win 3 games in a row? We'll see. Jordan, the carrier, is back in the house. The only guy with a positive statistic in this series, winning 2 games, losing only 1 game. He is here to carry. Let's take a look at the tips. And we have the pocket position. Zuppi, Ethiopians. His flank is Frank's TheMax. Unfortunate position for them. Early walls, something what we already see. Chinese for Villese in the pocket position. Rubenstock, Burmese flank, also not great. He's facing DauT. Chinese. Hans from Jordan. Then we have Incas for TheViper again, and Spanish for TaToH for the great trade potentially. Easy wall-offs here for TaToH as well. Stone Gold. This is a pretty sexy map for him. If we compare that to all the big walls. TheMax is already preparing. Jordan is too strong now, top favorite for NAC2. potentially. Okay, time to breathe a bit, guys. This could be another long one. It's Spanish for Team Secrets, so they should be fine. The game goes a bit longer. Positioning not that great for the early game for the Finns, so they're also fine if the game goes a bit longer, but not too long. One ball rotting away. An X. Another X. Okay, that's the indication where do I team wall. So that Zuppi is walling all that front area, which is quite large. But it seems like that's what they want to go for. We have Villese walling from here over to here. And I'm not sure what Rubenstock will do. He's kind of, well, an open plate here at the front. Think TaToH will go fast castle? I don't think so. I think he will play man-at-arms towers. That's just me. What is the Inca player going for in late game here? Eagles. And very late Camayukes. Against Franks. Should be pretty good units. And TaToH going for his aggression now. Could be pretty ugly. Let's take a look what he can do. TheMax somewhat walled off. Still quite a lot of area to wall. At least needs to get that as well. Okay. As we can see, Viper, he is just going fast castle again. Not too spectacular for now. TheMax, did he? Was his plan to go fast castle here? Looks a bit like it. Rubenstock. Don't tell me he tried to play man-at-arm towers as well. Well, at least man-at-arms. And it horse color after that, with all the berries untouched. Interesting. Drawn out with the scout. DauT with an archer range. Better composition than the last game, in my opinion, with the slam. But they couldn't do a lot of pressure against the walls. Jordan, is that really the fight he wants to take? He thinks no. It's just going back. DauT should send his archers. 2 archers alone are so valuable here. At least over with his scout as well. Idle villagers. And then he decides to move out or move them in. Oh, even catching one archer off guard. Spearman will get some hits off. Will get 1 hit. Okay. And this seems like Jordan saved it for now. Send the villagers back. Not the greatest eco. Some aggression from TaToH. Is he falling back onto Kongs after this? Looks a bit like it. And well, TheMax just casually receiving the sling from Zuppi and will click up to Castle Age pretty soon. Zuppi not going for any of the archers. Went to stone actually. Interesting. This map is called Step indeed. Viper up behind this as well. Just played his normal fast castle style. Now adds some eagles. And DauT moving out without fletching. This he needs to be over here. I think this normal spot where block formation is also a bit better. But only so slightly. So it doesn't really matter. Villese running with block formation, for example. Just so that you are clumped up a bit more. Who? Oh, okay. TaToH trying to make something happen at the right hand side now. Then go for more gold. Waltz himself. That will most likely be a sling from him. Well, Villese cannot really take a fight against those scouts and archers if they combine forces. Where did all the archers go? Ah, okay, here's the other half. Okay. Defensive tower from Rubenstock, so important. Builds one at the berries as well. Already has one at the stone and gold. So should be somewhat fine. That's my kill by DauT. Staying super active. Although he's moving with his army at the front. Didn't lose those archers. Something that could easily have happened. And TheMax. That was a very calm, fast castle. Against the tower rush. Meanwhile, Zuppi will just get the full stone wall off and Villese. Most likely transitioning into castle age. Guys, can someone explain me the King of the Desert DauT emote? Did he even play in King of the Desert? I'm really confused. Why did he have an emote there? Probably should have done in King of the Desert black emote then as well. Oh, DauT is out? I didn't know. King of the Desert back T. Oh, that's a lot of kills. Okay, snagged like 3, maybe even 4 of those. That's a good one. Coming back with his scouts. Nice block up there. Mark it now. John needs to save his villagers. Nice wall behind this. Good stuff. And Viper even added monks. Interesting. Well, they didn't have Burmese in their team, so it doesn't even know where all the relics are. Oh, they're always spawning next to TC, apparently. Everyone? Oh, I didn't even know that, guys. How many years were you old when you found out that a relic spawns next to the TC spot on step? I was today years old. Oh, look at that. Cage for the monks. I honestly think that's the future. That in the future you will always, when you have a monk rush, or if you move out with crossbows, that you have one villager that just has 2 gates in his pocket, and once an enemy army comes, he's just ba-bam, gated up, and the army can't really attack you anymore. Okay, TheMax now with some aggression here, and we're slowly getting into the phase where some bigger hiccups can happen. Some tower shenanigans here from TaToH. Controlling this, I think he will now switch into the sling, at least that's what I'm assuming, right? Zuppi. There's the sling Max. Let's take a look at the resources slung from the other side. TaToH, 500 only for the Viper, so not too much. He's actually somewhat continuing to play here. So you didn't know in the Age of Empires Definitive Edition they are reducing the power of quick walling. Obviously, I know it and will tell you now. Do you think if I knew anything, I would be allowed to tell you? Big clear up here. Looks like one dead knight against like 6-7 infantry. Maybe try calling Pepsi. If they knew in the new definitive Pepsi, they could give you the recipe. Or maybe call the new definitive Fort Knox if they like to give you the entry code. Ah. TaToH still stays annoying. There's towers everywhere. Also fletching, I love that he's walling them completely. That one not. But yeah, he lost everyone here that he didn't wall completely. So yeah, only one scrub. That analogy doesn't really hold on though. Why? I won't even read your response, so don't answer. Okay, Villese, a lot of upgrades on his knights. Some conversions started here against the knights. Let's take a look. Scouts around trying to get some kills. We survived with all of them. Where can I find all your Nilio boy songs? On my stream. Oh boy. TheMax now up to him. Who else do we have up to him? I would be surprised if anyone, right? TaToH still slinging a few late. We have Viper. That looks like he's thinking about it. Doing a lot of farms now. And moving out a bit on the golds. Remember that he has enough stone to actually build another TC here with the Incas. Meanwhile, DauT sitting on 2 TCs. Now 3 TCs. And moving out with his crossbows. Remember, if Rubenstock should do 0 against that amount of crossbowmen. While Villese is probably grouping behind us, right? 4 TCs. Pretty looking eco. And now should get a castle up himself. While Rubenstock should probably die away here. And just play like 1 TC suicidal mode. In this one. And Viper, he will get onto Eagles, but they will just get smashed by Frank Cavaliers and maybe even Paladins. So we need to switch on to Kamayuks here as well. And the Viper... What? How did you get that much amount of stone? Okay, good for him. Didn't he just sit at 99 stone? Okay. Maybe every time you're not at his point of view, you will receive extra resources. Release up to him. That's actually a good situation for them at that side. DauT will be later. Don't really see Jordan messing up too many knights here. Don't really have the greatest upgrades on them either. To me it feels like Villese should probably win the left hand side. Although, well, Viper can come over. But then what is he going to do? Love that TaToH is walling the stone behind this. Could have been easily over chopped here with that amount of villagers. Getting 90 wood is quite easy. Okay, we still have Zuppi playing field light style. We have Villese now pushing onto solid Janissary numbers. Oh, not Janissary, Chukanu numbers. And oh, we have a go against DauT, who's retreating quite heavily. Wants to get onto Imp himself if we look at his resources. Cavaliers now around. And those crossmen, they really don't want to fight against Cavaliers. Probably doing 1 damage at the moment. Yes, they do. Oh, that could be a lot of dead villagers here left at the right hand side. If those are found, and well, it looks like that Cavalier can take a close look at them. And don't tell me they have Rambai. Oh, that would be the most ugly thing ever. If the Rambai are parking here. Oh no, if you have kids around, close their eyes. Oh, sound effects here. Oh golly. Oh la 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 la. Oh la 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 la. Eagles are coming over, but a bit late. They're trying to take their fight, and That was pretty intense. Oh god, heavy loss for DauT, who's now suddenly stuck at 48 villagers. Just went up in with a, well, reasonably healthy eco. And that can just change within, well, what was that? A minute, 1.5 minutes? That was Jordan's army. He was producing some knights, did fight off a bit earlier. But well, Jordan is in Castle Age as well. And now it's Villese going for the Chukunu attack. And honestly guys, don't you love ECL? Always the mix of 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, 4v4. And they just keep delivering stage after stage. But different maps, different settings, different tactics, new lineups. So sweet. Frank X-Men now. Trying to counter whatever Viper is throwing at them. He's just throwing it back. So apparently Viper's throwing an X. Has to be, right? Can you show him Mount Slung? Sure, my friend. So we have 14k and 8k. But received only 10k and 5.5k. Oh, Jordan! That's just another horrible move here. Oh, attacking before +2 defense. Just moving in there quite randomly, in my opinion. Well, Abeles were around, so that was an intentional move. But it just looked a bit weird. And they don't have a lot of siege. But DauT now with a solid army here. 49 military. Actually, the leader on the map. Meanwhile, Viper's losing quite a lot here against all those X-Men and Cavaliers, even elite throwing X-Men. This looks good for the Max here. TaToH might be under some pressure. I'd love to see just 1 or 2 traps at it. Just to be here, kill a market, kill some farms, kill a TC if you want to. Start some trade as well. And DauT here is... Oh, is that... Honestly guys, is that a good move? I think this is suicide. Guys, you never need to Google suicide again. You will suit in this. See this one. Okay, now you get here together. But he just could have been like running through Jordan's base and get together with Viper. He just could have ran into 15 Cavaliers and just died completely. Okay, now I can understand it. If both are close together and Jordan could be behind them as well. No, Jordan is camping at home. Okay, this makes a bit more sense. Couldn't see Viper's army. Oh, TaToH! Sneaky villagers here. From the trash earlier. Well, the throwing X-Men won't be that great against DauT's army. Isn't that interesting? So Inca Courier Eagles could actually be pretty good against the Chukunu. DauT just controlling in. Being stuck at the house. Doing it another volley. Okay, now around. We finish with the last paladins with DauT. Villese now coming over. It's not the best team play out of them. Jordan attacking for paladins. They are willing to take the fight here to the left hand side. Rubenstock, he apparently did add some TCs. So he might eventually get onto elephants as well, which could be a sick unit. Remember, I need to go back. Chukunu numbers, not too scary. At least has most of them over here. Paladins need to go back. Halberdiers now in solid numbers and at the front here. Chukunus in the back. Axemen taking this fight. Halberdiers basically non-existent. Eagles now dying as well. Where's the siege? They need the siege to clear this up, and I don't really see it. Bearded Axe now as well, giving him +1 range on those elite throwing Axemen. Slingers coming over against the X-Men, but doesn't really make a lot of sense against Paladin or Chukunu, so I believe this is not really a unit against a multiple Civ composition. What is staying feudal good for? Saving up resources and give up all the resources to your teammate. call that a sling. If you go castle, you lose the resources of clicking up to castle age. But yeah, you have the chance to build a better eco. But every time you invest something in your own eco, you cannot send it to your teammate. John, that's a lot of paladins! Solid numbers here. DauT under a lot of pressure, and don't you love this game, guys? It feels like the Finns are pushing, but they're somewhat in the spot where they cannot really finish it off. TaToH going castle age. Zuppi and Rubenstock going to imp. Ram push now. Only some Chukunusi for DauT. How many Chukunus does he have? 6. But paladins are coming over. Time to go back again. The question is, what will Rubenstock go for? I don't think that Elite Rambai are the right answer. I think he needs to go for elephants, and that means he needs to add like 30-40 more extra farms, because they're just so heavy on the food count. Markets only now being built. Keeps reducing villagers, and at the moment he has 26 farmers. Yeah, we need to go up to 50. Big engagement here over at the left-hand side. Paladins just wrecking that. Halberdiers were a bit out of position. Eagles now coming from the left-hand side though. Nice move here. X-Men should probably clear this up. Halberdiers now fighting the left-hand side. X-Men does so good here. DauT, what is he doing? DauT, no, this is your fight you need to take against the X-Men. Shouldn't really fight against the Paladins. Just focus down. The X-Men is the best spot. And this is a fight that was won by Team Secret, but could have gone a bit better. Oh, la 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 la. John camping behind it, healing all his paladins. Lovely move, but also quite inactive, and DauT needs to fight on his own for now. When is the time to make the go? Probably if they have a bit more traps. DauT he won't get onto Chukunus himself now. He'll lose his last castle. John has 5 traps out here. He'll snipe at least 1 castle. Isn't it the spot where John wants to go? Meanwhile, we have the card over here, TheMax, the sneaky dude. Oh god, that will be potentially a lot of dead villagers. Defensive castle now coming in. We'll save that. But that was surely a sneaky move, and I think that wasn't spotted for quite some time. And TaToH, he's still trying to hold on. Lost 1 villager out of the map. Jordan, isn't that the spot where you want to commit? Traps now helping out as well. Some Rambai dying, so that Elite Rambai upgrade is finished any second, and then it gets really tough. Jordan, well, he's killing quite a lot with his traps still. And just dodging shots here, what? That's a lot of traps on the other side. DauT is losing so much. Well, that's a great engagement here for Jordan. Pop 180 for opponent 182. Only guy falling behind is TaToH, but obviously he was the guy slinging, and this looks like the Finns might just pull it off. And don't you love that kind of story, being ahead 2-0, then losing 2 hard-fought games and still having the mindset to stay focused and play your very best in game number 5. I love when stuff like this happens, and they're holding this off, and if we have a drop. Okay, so we have a drop. The question is if let me take a look. Oh, I'm a dumb human being, guys. Okay, no, that's not no drop. Lol. Okay, well, everything's fine. Everything's fine, and now we're live at it again. And yeah, now we're live. Okay, sorry. I dropped 2? No, I didn't. escape dropped as well. It felt like a drop, right? Maybe it dropped, but they put the file together. Continue are no longer FP. Okay, weird. My brain dropped, yeah, that's true. Okay, Onager shots now in the back. Skirmishes here for DauT. Paladins are trying to take this fight. Not sure if that will be the best one. And just Jordan constantly engaging, disengaging. And out of all the players that are actually building army, he has the lowest KD, 64 to 104, with Paladins, where should actually just wreck so much army. Meanwhile, right hand side is looking good for the Cameo player. Halberdier is around as well. That's a horrible fight for the Max. Beautiful stuff for the Viper, who's also getting some slingers up, but actually it's not that sick. Good. Surprised here, TaToH now adding in some monks to help out in those fights, but left hand side is not looking too pretty. Jordan, did he maybe miss the timing where he could have done a bit more damage? DauT, Onager, not really connecting. And Jordan, he doesn't find the spot to fight. Oh, well, that's a spot to fight. We needed, DauT. The quick gate behind that would have been so good. Just trapping him. This Viper is pushing here. Now Zuppi with some Onagers behind that, and then it makes Slingers and Monks so much worse. But, well, we get redemption now. So that would be nice. Maybe some conversions of those Onagers and then sniping down the throwing X-Men could be good. Some walls off now here. DauT is back onto one castle, has some Onagers. Maybe we can see a big engagement. Jordan needs to get out there. Doesn't want to get trapped, but that also means that the trade is in some danger and they're not finishing those walls off. And that's a lot of elite Sukunus as well. 92 military here for Villese, who was sitting behind there. Another castle for Rubenstock, at least that's denied. And then maybe cut off the reinforcement. Where's Jordan trying to take this fight? He's trying to squeeze in here, but that shouldn't be the best one. Elite Ram, but the damage output is just out of this world. Great war by Villese. Meanwhile, this just continues. Elite Chukunu trying to just hold their ground, moving in a bit further. Paladins now, it's still Jordan not able to take any engagement. Maybe they should have done one switch. Maybe at one point Viper should have just ignored all this and come over, tried for the big double. Because Jordan, as I said, he didn't take a single fight this whole game. Just losing some Paladins, now losing some trade cuts, and this is it, guys. Suomi will win ECL 4v4 East Asia stage after an incredible run, beating AM, beating Team Secret here. GG, well played. Congrats indeed to the Finns. What an epic series by them. And a lot of weird stuff happening in this one. All the walls. Then we had a lot of sling. Obviously breaking DauT just shortly before him hurt him so much. Nothing he could do there. Maybe he could have hit the villagers a bit better, but he will always look bad in those situations. And then Jordan never found the time to take an engagement together with DauT. Maybe before Rubenstock had all the elite RAM by upgrades and all the siege out. Could have been something. And then, well, the Max with a solid composition against the Viper. Both couldn't break each other too well. GG, well played, Villese. After Rubenstock offered himself. Boom, too well behind this elite Sukunus and smashed. What a great series. Game number 5 goes in favor of Suomi. Now I want to see the overall standings for sure, but let's just take a look at the achievements. It's looking really bad for AM now. Because now I think this was event number 8 out of 14. So not too many points to grab anymore. Luckily, I believe we have 2 1v1 stages, so maybe AM can shine there. They have incredible 1v1 players, we can all agree on that. But yeah, team games didn't work out for them as they planned. Let me see, is it maybe updated already? No, it's not. Viabilist, he lost all his castles. Okay, and after this, guys, I will have my monologue talk show where I talk about what happened in 2019. We will talk, or not, we will talk, I will talk about where I already made a list. And it's a 2 qualifier number 2. And it's in January, KOTD 2, obviously, probably the main topic. Escape TV event might be the main topic. ECL East Asia stage, for everyone who missed it, which is quite unlikely. Viper not sweeping, general viewer numbers, and maybe some topics you are coming up with. And I will answer a lot of questions. Finish national anthem? No, can't do that anymore, guys. Just mute VODs. Feels snilly, man. Okay, so let's just do the math ourselves then. So Suomi is getting 8, so they are at 24. Sick, very close there. Secret 6, so they're at 40. Should we just let's do it differently, guys. Let's do it like the pros are doing it. Here we go, painted this. So, so now plus 8, so they are at 40 now. Right? Why can't I move it? And then we have Suomi with 8 points, giving them 24. And we have 3 points for AM and SY. So 21 and 29. How about heresy ranking? Oh, good that I didn't show you the names. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Here we are. So now it's a real tough fight. SY still slightly ahead, but Frantic, Aftermath and Suomi so close behind them. Let's take a look. 3 wins, 4 wins, 7 wins, yeah, 8 wins overall. Race for second place is on, yeah. Secret is looking good now. 3 first places, 3 second places. Secret has to be pretty safe, yeah. Maybe someone has a sick run and overtakes them, but it's pretty much impossible that 2 have such a sick run and overtake them, because they will always get points as well, right? They are facing Heresy, for example. Any matches today? No, but a talk show, which is even better. So could Jordan still win a tournament in 2019? Very unlikely. Don't forget LAN as well. Where will the LAN final be? Not announced yet. Okay, so let's get rid of that image. And I will do a countdown. I think I want to relax some before that. Let's give me 15 minutes. I think you are allowed. I think I will let you watch NSC highlights in between that. What do you think? I think that was never a bad idea, right? Let's watch NSC highlights, and we will be back in when this is over. It's roughly an 11 or 12-minute video. Should be good. I think this should be good for you. Right. Okay, so this is 12 seconds ago. They just played a normal game and didn't realize I was in the game. Okay, so that was good. Oh god. What am I doing here? Maybe I need to install VLC at one point.